What? Someone said play Dope Fiends Paradise. Bet. I'll try to fast forward to that with the cocaine bot in the chat. How ain't it ever ready? But the Wednesday show started at 8 a.m. I'm thinking 8 a.m. might be our start time because it's practical. Even though in a perfect world, I'll be starting this shit at 6.
And I'm not afraid. Flashlight on my rings, paper cup half cold, half gone. I was made of fatigue. Now the air feels sharp and clean. Crossing that sleeping bridge, watching windows wake one by one.
I don't remember the exact start time on the playlist for Dope Fiends Paradise, but I do want to hear it too. So I'm gonna try to find it before we start the show.
And the sky starts turning that pale gold line. I can feel it moving through the heart of my mind. All night behind me like a weight let go. Still I'm here at the edge of morning. Night, finally, let's go. Morning takes over. Night, finally, let's go.
I am not an Asian American or anything like that. I am not a grand chat wizard. I'm gonna touch on that, but that's not like, I'm not gonna put any clips up of that. But I did see the leaked Instagram DMs, like most of us probably have by now.
Let them trade the story.
In the bones of the
It's literally just load screen music. Like, it's called load screen. just you know, waiting room music. Some of it is themed out though. Like we got the Jack 100 theme song, we got the Dope Fiends Paradise in the mix. And then just some other like filler ones. Here's Dope Fiends Paradise though. Let me remember where it's at. Around 13 minutes into the load screen is where Dope Fiends Paradise is located on this version. Right. Some, that means, you know, some mornings when you're driving to work and stuff, you got to put on that tribalistic war music, as King Dante referred to it as.
Same blood, same blue flame on the
You gotta start with some chill shit.
Same prayers that I follow.
Well, honestly, I haven't quite the AI rap part to where it doesn't sound like, I don't know, like I feel like it does singing and shit better. And like EDM, it for sure does better than it does hip hop. The music and the visuals don't mix. Is this a music video or is it just some words on the screen, brother? Honestly, I feel like most like rock albums don't, the visuals don't match the music either. Rock album covers be hard as hell, then the music is like emo. Emo music is a theme of the day today, by the way, too. Shout out to House Phone, that's the friend. We're gonna get into that in a second.
Last time in the same tone, we all bleed slow in the same home. Dealing on our birthdays, our first names, whole block baptized in the worst flames. Living in a dope fiend's paradise.
Okay, well let's see you make some Young Thug AI generated music, since it needs to be so slime. What are you talking about? You know, slime comes from Nickelodeon when it comes to media. That's a kids channel. You can incorporate slime to whatever you want. Since it matters so much to you, let's see you generate some fonts then. Let's see your fonts. What the fuck are you talking about? I made this shit 10 minutes before the first live stream. Yeah, this is the second week in a row, Mr. E. Second Monday in a row. I'm trying to do Mondays and Wednesdays. And then I also have the nighttime live streams that are more random. They were going to be like NBA Finals type live streams, but I damn near fell asleep when I was just watching basketball. So now it's like late night reaction. All right. So on today's order of business, we got, first and foremost, we got Housephone started up his Kick streaming career. I'm not sure exactly when. I think it's like 4 days old, his Kick channel, something like that. This one is from Sunday at some point. I saw someone clipped it up in the Reddit because Housephone decided to tell a story. All right. Before we really get into it, how's the audio sounding? How's the audio sounding? We sounding good? We sounding good before we get into it? I don't want to, get 20 minutes in and it's like, oh, mic's too loud, mic's too quiet. No, I didn't violate Dante. I think it was Thinks one, but I mean, no hard feelings, We just shooting the shit back and forth. He stating his opinion, I'm stating mine. All right, cool. Y'all saying audio is good? All right, so young Housephone, little Housephone, the original No Jumper mascot in some ways. Pre-Lush, had a little overlap with the Lush era. World Cup is Thursday? Interesting. Who you rooting for? I don't even know who's qualified or nothing. So it's like I could be like, I'm rooting for the US and I don't even know if they in that shit. I'm not gonna lie. But I might tap in. If it's easy to find games on and shit. I don't really have traditional television anymore. I did the Hulu free trial for the NBA Finals, and it's looking like the finals might be over before my trial's over, so that's cool. But yeah, so little rundown. Other than Housephone talking about an old story about basically he's now we've heard Adam kind of allude to maybe sort of like before him and Lena were official, kind of having a train situation, like once or twice. Is what it seemed like. Housephone basically retold a vivid account of this type of instance on his Kick stream. So he's figuring out a way to get clipped in this clip industry that is Kick streaming. That's like one of the main incentives for people to switch over from Twitch and whatnot, is that clip they have a lot of money and they pay the clippers themselves for their top creators. So you don't have to pay for marketing. Basically, you join Kick and marketing is free. They're damn near a record label, modern day record label, right? But aside from Housephone, we're gonna get into Adrian Broner and Adrian Broner No Jumper interview clip. They've been dropping those clips. I think the whole interview's up for the members only. But yeah, obviously we're not gonna just go through shit that's not released to the public yet. That would be stupid, right? And then we got Crip Mac going off on Adrian Broner from Crip Mac's newest interview. So you see the little transition there. But then after that, we will switch gears and get into, Charlemagne versus Akademiks some more. There's some more developments with that. Yeah, before my trial, I have the Hulu free trial. Team USA got a good team this year, bet. I might have to tune in. I might have to tune in for sure. Crip Mac can't fight. Yeah, facts. From what we've seen, he can't fight at a high level. Can he occasionally win fighting somebody, out in the street? Probably. It's street fights are different. But whenever he gets in there with someone who's even trained for just a year or two, so far it's been very bad. So Crip Mac's mad at AB for his honest professional opinion on his fighting skills. And I think Crip Mac, he's smarter than what he puts on camera. He knows AB is the hottest shit in the streets right now. So it's good clips to go in there and talk crazy about AB. And it worked because we're going to talk about that today. But then, yeah, after Ack versus Charlemagne, we're going to get into some 50 Cent co-signing Sauce Walker's song, dissing, Drake and the baby mama drama. That's fitting. That video will be courtesy of Chick Smooth. Then something I rarely do, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to react to the Apollo because I like Tiny. When I used to watch the Figminity World and the Apollo World and stuff, Tiny is one of Mac Wop's co-hosts on the Apollo, the show with Keem and whatnot. And Tiny, I don't know if he's like a founding member, but he's one of the like key members of that show. Yeah, that yoga clip of Crip Mac is hilarious. And then he started doing his thing where he yells on Crip as he's like stretching, and it threw off the people in the yoga shit. They're like in the forest and stuff. It's all real scenic, real peaceful, and then you got Crip Mac. But yeah. Speaking of Crip Mac, we're gonna transition from Tiny apparently quitting the Apollo show. Maybe they're taking a page out of No Jumper's book. Maybe he's not actually quitting, but we'll see. We'll read the vibes when we get there. But after that, we're gonna switch back to now Hoover Gumby is out of jail again, and he's upset at Adam22 again. And it's by way of him watching the Crip Mac, one of the Crip Mac interviews where 607 Unc was there at some point too. I don't know if that's the same one where ODM Slim is a part of it, or if that was a different one. But yeah, we got that to go over. Black isn't African. What do you mean? I know what you mean, but I don't know why that's in the chat right now. What are y'all niggas talking about? What's good with you? What's good with you? Welcome to the live, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if I could say Gumby's a little special or not. I don't think I've watched enough of him. His delivery sounds, kind of unconventional the way he speaks, but I've caught moments of him talking where he has some pretty good takes on things. But yeah, he just got back out and did a podcast, and he was kind of triggered by watching a Crip Mac interview, and then they immediately transitioned into one of Spody Face's newest videos about quitting after the J Hood confrontation. So Gumby's gonna give his thoughts on those things. We're gonna mainly focus on the second half, where Gumby talks about the Spody Face situation, because he did have some interesting observations. Some observations that, if you watch a lot of the reaction and commentary channels based around No Jumper, people have been saying this for years, but it kind of hits different when it comes from somebody like Gumby who really is up there often. Well, recently often. He had never really been up there before, but yeah. And then we're gonna close it out with 2 just like extra videos, more on some fun shit. Goblin, the guy whose podcast started up all that drama with Lush and his now ex-girlfriend, he's gonna be talking about smoking crack. Like that's an actual 24-minute video that we're gonna skim through and try to find some good moments about smoking crack. Good morning, Lala. Excuse me. Gosh dang it. Lala Khan. I know Point and Shoot be scared to say your name correct, but Lala is one of the earliest supporters of the channel. So what's up, brother? I remember way back he'd be in the comments and everything. And oh yeah, speaking of Lush, I didn't like how Lush was talking to you on one of his live streams one time. I damn near made a video about it just off the strength. But anyways, oh yeah, so that's the last video we're gonna get to is the consequences of trying crack. I wonder how that's gonna go. But besides that, right before we're gonna do, Cam Newton is gonna react to Larsa Pippen, formerly Larsa Pippen, and apparently LiAngelo Ball. You know, Swerve in the corner. Whoa, apparently they're dating. So on the topic of, you know, the Lena the Plug type of women of the world, because you know, Lena, I guess, you know, it was a prank. They got pranked supposedly, you know, or they got caught and had an alibi. I don't know what to believe when it comes to Adam22 and Lena the Plug and their marketing relationship dynamics, but she damn near had her very own Larsa Pippen story arc where we all thought she was about to really start just getting passed around and possibly ran through on the back end of her adult films career. That nearly took place, at least so we all thought, for maybe 24 hours. But anyways, without further ado, young house phone out of his warehouse or something like that where they make the clothes. What is this? His shit's called High Rollers. He used to make Bape type of shoes, probably still does. Yeah, house phone, the I would say the part-time podcaster, I guess now part-time streamer, and I guess full-time clothing designer. Mainly known for being you know, Adam22's old best friend who was exposed for, well, Adam accidentally exposed him supposedly. Oh, I told Mikey to edit it, you know, the whole drama with the transgender woman interview that she's saying that she slept with house phone in the interview, which led to his infamous departure from No Jumper. And of course there was tension building up to that, to where you know, Adam probably wanted to fire him but didn't want to fire him at the same time because he's a fan favorite. He was going through a lot of personal issues at the time and whatnot. But yeah, he had a lot to say about an old story. And if anyone can find the vlog that he's going to talk about, something about an emo vlog where Lena was wearing a plaid skirt. I tried to find it briefly this morning, but struggled to find it. So maybe I will assign that homework to myself off stream. But if anybody has a hint on what to type to find that vlog, by all means drop it in the chat, and I will note that for later or possibly even on stream, so we could see the vlog that he's referencing. But this is the choo-choo. It's a choo-choo train story, okay? Where house phone, before, I guess he's going to clarify some things too. I guess before he ever slept with Lena, and before Lena and Adam were officially a couple, he's alleging that he was invited to a train in a house full of BMX riders. So, old story, okay? But a good one. Let's get into it.
Shout out to her though.
This hasn't been on Reddit, you think? This is a hidden archive.
Nigga, yeah, I just pulled that up from a long time. Nigga,
This is gonna be on No Jumper. They're gonna be like,
Nah, but real shit though, like, she really is good people. I never had no problem with her ever. I never was on some weird shit trying to like expose, like no shit like that. She always been cool, bro. I never had no problem with her. She did say some weird shit one time.
Yeah, I feel like this vlog that he's gonna talk about was deleted around that same era as well. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of digging, but there's a possibility that there's at least a clip from that vlog that still exists. We'll have to find out, right?
We was at Adam's birthday dinner one time.
Okay.
And we was all cheersing and shit.
Oh, you told me this story.
And she was just like, oh yeah, like shout out to House Phone. He got me addicted to coke. And I was like, got you addicted to coke? But then I think about it, and she did say that like one of the first times that like she said she had tried it before, but she didn't like it. And she said one of the first times that she really liked it is when the first time her and Adam hung out, we all were together. I used to be with Adam all the time, you feel me? So he goes on a date with her, takes her back to the crib, and we all get lit together.
Okay.
He like pops his Xan, tells the bitch he loves her first night, all types of shit. But she genuinely, I guess from that night, she started.
So love at first tweak is where this story is starting off. Adam allegedly was geeking and tweaking and fell in love in that very moment in a alleged Zanny cloud. Okay.
Doing coke like religiously.
It sound aside from just no jumper, it sounds pretty consistent with how most people were moving around, like 2015, 2016, which I think is where this story dates back to.
Man.
And she tried to like say it at the birthday dinner like it was my fault. I was like, how is that my fault?
Man.
But I guess she stopped doing it and all that shit too. But the fact that she even said that at a table of us, like it's all no jumper people at the table. It's like me, AD, T-Rail, like you feel me? It's hella of us. You feel me? And she just like says this at the table, like, how the fuck is that my fault? Somebody said that Adam know y'all fucked before they was together. Yeah, but Adam was already hidden, but he wasn't wiped up with her. You feel me? So niggas be saying I hit it first. I didn't quote unquote hit it first, but
All right. So it sounds to me that clarification means that because that was kind of the idea everyone said for a while now that House Phone hit Lena first. He's saying that they were all hitting it, or at least him and Adam, probably some more people in their circle, but Adam wifed. And we all knew that was kind of the case. That like, oh yeah, I think Adam even said out his own mouth, like, yeah, she was just one of the hoes that would come around. It was having fun with all the homies or multiple homies, whatever. And some people like slaying dragons. But before the Jason Love gate, Adam could be viewed as a dragon slayer, right? But then once the dragon starts breathing fire again, the slay part kind of, I don't know, it kind of gets diluted. And now obviously we're where we're at today.
I was hanging out with her around the same time. Like I was there when they met the first time.
These are regular with weed.
No, it was regular. But yeah, trying to blame the minority. That's funny as fuck. But yeah, nah, bro. It's just funny because you said rave, and I was just like, damn, rave is crazy. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that ain't your fault. Yeah, that's what I said. Definitely not my fault. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. These is my own streams. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to on my shit.
That's
like,
true.
man, like this the biggest bros.
Oh shit, he's loading up the story. Let me acknowledge the chat real quick though, because y'all spitting some facts in here. They all used to smash the same girls at the On Some Shit house. Bingo. That house is about to get brought up very soon. Was House Phone the phone of the haha knee slapper? But let's see. Why does it have to be more people aside from Adam and House Phone? No, that's not that crazy. Is that a crazy assumption? I don't think that's a crazy assumption. I feel like, if she was smacking two of the homies, is it really that crazy to assume she might have been smacking 4, maybe 6, 8? I don't know. Keep adding up by twos. Apparently there was a lot of them living in that house, or at least, circulating in and out through that house. Sounds like it was damn near a trap house. But yeah. V Lord, it was weird. Yeah. Yeah, there's some facts going on in this chat right now. All right, let's get back into it.
This ain't nobody else shit. I ain't trying to clickbait, nigga. I'm just telling real shit. We talking about raves. I thought about my first rave, and nigga, that was really one of my first raves, nigga. On my mama. Somebody asked a great question. Would y'all cuff a shorty that y'all man's hit? It depends on.
It depends. The whole situation depends.
It all depends.
It depends on the time frame.
What if your
Depends
man?
on how bad she is, and like she could be bad. What is she a prize? Like, is this bitch really like? What if she's a millionaire? At that point, you're like,
He made her
if
to a
she's
millionaire.
It doesn't matter. She has the $1 million.
No, but look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it all the way a band with y'all. This nigga been on some cuck shit though. Like, I know y'all be calling this nigga a cuck.
My audio went out, but I should be able to fix it without closing everything out. We might have to do an ad break if I can't fix it, but let's see. This should fix it. I hope. If y'all were in the first Monday stream, you know my Rodecaster is a little janky, and it just decides to cut the audio channel on its own randomly. So that is something we have to deal with. I think I have these superstitions about it too. Like, oh, let me take my phone off the desk and shit. Let's see if I'm
now,
able to hear. Yes, I can
but
hear. Cool.
I
Sorry,
genuinely been
doesn't
seeing this
cut out for you
behavior
guys,
from
but
him
it
10
cuts out
years
for me.
ago. And that's not no diss. I just thought he was just on some white boy shit. And to be honest, when he first was on this shit, nigga, it was just him. Like, I mean, like when he first started, like, being on this cuck shit, like, he was just hitting her. And, you know, like, I don't think he was even taking it serious like that at first. Like, you feel me? But
He's always been a cup.
nigga, he fucked her. He tried to get, man, come on, bro.
He likes it. He likes that.
Listen.
It's like it's a fetish of his.
Listen, I'm gonna just say this.
Interesting.
Niggas try to get me involved. And I thought it was on some joke shit at first.
So it's on some Diddy shit. That's what you're saying.
Not even on some Diddy shit. I ain't gonna say that, but just on some white boy shit.
I
Like,
got the baby oil. My hot going come through. It's gonna be a party.
nah, listen. I'm gonna keep it a band. I'm gonna tell y'all the full story. So look, basically, like I said, I hung out with them the first night that they met, right?
Okay.
I hung out with them. Boom. Afterwards, I remember, like, I don't know, bro. Like, maybe this is a fault of mine. Maybe I'm just a simp, but I'm really just like, I'm low key just like a gentleman for real, bro. So when she's leaving this nigga crib in the morning, he didn't even walk her downstairs. He didn't walk her to the front door or nothing. He just stayed upstairs and was like, all right, bitch, get on. And we in K-Town and it's early in the morning, you feel me? So I do the gentleman shit. I go walk her to her whip, you feel me? Mm-hmm. And that's not even like, I ain't had no interest in this bitch, nothing like that. I'm just being cool. Like, I know this nigga don't give a fuck if the bitch get kidnapped. She got booty shorts on. Her ass was looking like this back then.
Hold on. Now, I'm all for judging, Leonard and Adam. I'm all for that. When it comes to this interesting relationship dynamic that has been strange from the start. But we're not going to just skip over what House Phone is saying right here. So, exactly, House Simp. Why are you, if your homie just pounded, the community slam piece through the mattress, you haven't hit yet is what you're saying at this moment in this story? I believe that's what he's saying. So under the assumption that he hasn't hit yet, why are you trying to do the gentleman dirty Mac? You're weird too. So you were plotting on it after hearing her moan while you were trying to sleep or something? You walked her to her car? Like, what? If the homie don't want to walk the girl he cracked to the car, that's his prerogative. In my opinion, if I'm putting myself into a situation like that, where, it's like 5 of the homies, 6 of the homies, whatever, staying in the same spot, or, for at least for that night, for that weekend, whatever, and there's some community balls being passed around, but one of them really only is, everyone's exclusive for that night or for whatever amount of time, a month or two that they've known each other. if the homie don't want to walk the girl to the car, I'm not gonna take that responsibility up upon myself unless it's like they come back in the house and like, oh, there's like a man standing outside and I'm trying to just get back to the whip, get to the Uber. If there's like a commotion made of any sort, then okay, it's the right thing to do to make sure that this person gets to their car. Maybe the homie was too drunk, passed out, and they're leaving now, whatever. But to just take it upon yourself to do this so-called like chivalrous act, you was trying to find your end, and obviously you found it. Let's be real. You want it next. Remember that AB clip from back in the day where it's like a line at an airplane or some shit, and he comes walking up, cutting the lines like, I'm next. Who got a problem with it? That was House Phone. House Phone was staking his claim for next to be able to, go swimming in the now infamous guts of Leonard the Plug.
You feel me? Like the ass I just showed on the screen. So anyway, I walk her to the car. We end up chatting it up. We end up getting cool. You feel me?
Okay.
We exchanged Twitters or something like that. And then that was it. Oh no. She drove me to 7-Eleven.
We exchanged Twitters or something like that. Twitter, Instagram, something like that. Exchange social media from the walk. She, fresh off of getting cracked. Fresh off of getting cracked by the homie. She still got, bros, the scent of his meat on her breath. And you talking about she drove me to 7-Eleven and all that. Sounds to me like House Phone might have got some, some mouth that same night on the drive back. Park a little longer, smoke a little something, quick little and then she drove home. I'm just assuming. Obviously, I wasn't there. Let's hear more from the guy who was there.
Get more beer. This is like, I've been up all night. You feel me? I've been up all night. I'm trying to get some beer. She drive me to 7-Eleven. Boom. I walk back to the crib. All right, boom. So, nigga, the next couple times that I see her, you feel me? Adam's hanging out with her in between this time, but then Adam goes to the East Coast for some BMX trip, right?
Okay.
So once she comes out with me one night, I remember we go to remember that store Icon on Melrose? Mm-hmm. We go to some party at Icon. We go link up with my fucking GBC homies, my nigga Since When, Dre. We go link up with fucking Smoke and Sack, Young Cortex. We go link up with them. And then...
Okay, so these names might be important for finding the vlog that he's referencing here. Because I spent maybe 30 minutes this morning trying to find it. And, that's not enough time to really dig. I think I need to click through the vlogs and try to find the outfit he's about to describe. And it's funny, someone said if you put anything in a skirt, House Phone's going to try to hit. That's funny in multiple ways because in this vlog story that he's about to get into now, he is going to describe that she was wearing a plaid skirt. So when we go looking for this vlog from the night of one of the trains, alleged trains, that's important to remember. But these names, I'm mental note on these names that he just ranted off right there.
Nigga, me and her go back to Cool's house all the way in Santa Monica, right? But she's on some I don't want to be a pass around. I don't want to be
the homie hopper. You
feel me? I was just fucking with old boy, but I want to. So we ain't even smash. We ain't even smash that night. You feel me? We just hung out. Then we go to this festival. Whatever transpires, you feel me? Afterwards, I see the nigga Adam, and mind you, the girl who Instagram I pulled up, was a girl that I was talking to that Adam made a move on before me.
Okay.
You feel me?
I didn't know any of that.
So I'm low key I'm feeling like I one-upped him because I cracked his shorty too. So I go to tell the nigga Adam, and he tries to play it off nonchalant like he don't care, right? And I'm not even saying that, I went out of my way to hit to get at him, but it was okay, you just did this to me, so I'm gonna do it to you feel me? So he tried to act like he didn't care, right? And he jokingly was like, huh, like, let's run a train like for the culture or some shit. You know, niggas even say for the culture, right? Whatever. He said that, right? Boom. So we go to this shit called emo.
My bad. I thought I wasn't muted. So he brought up the train right there. He said that Adams tried to act like he didn't care, but if someone proposes that they run a train with you, I don't think they really care too much. You know, that at that moment in time, obviously, whatever feelings got caught shortly after this time. But come on now, like what if the homie's saying you can crack too? Matter of fact, let's do it simultaneously. At the moment, he didn't care about her like that. But this friendship was doomed from the start. You know, I was one of the people. I didn't have a channel back then, but I was one of the people that was like, "Dang, Adam did house phone dirty." Even if it is true that he was trying to crack you know, what he was trying to crack, allegedly, I still felt like I was on the side of Adam did house phone dirty, and probably still would sway that way. But think about it. Think about what House Phone just said. He has these little moments, just 3 or 4 word moments in this story where it kind of shows like, no, you kind of a scumbag as well. Because he said, I was just trying to one up Adam, and I kind of did, because, you know, I managed to crack. He just started talking to one of my shorties, but I cracked one of his. So you were in this like space race to see who could crack who's shorty first. You think that friendship is really gonna last? Like, of course, y'all are doing petty shit throughout the years, trying to one up each other, trying to embarrass each other on the low. You know, maybe it requires a deeper dive to really understand the dynamic now with, you know, the 2020 hindsight that we all have. But I wonder in these podcasts that they did for this, you know, historic no jumper establishing run, aside from the interviews that helped establish no jumper, of course, I wonder just how many little like petty, you know, oh, I got more chicks than you, I dress better than you. It seems like it's one of those friendly competition based friendships, even in the early days, right? They were always competing against each other.
Night. Anybody remember all the old No Jumper vlogs back in the day? That shit emo night. It was a whole party like Ham on Everything niggas used to DJ, and they would just play like Panic at the Disco, all that type music. You feel me? So we go to mother. Y'all could probably find this. Like this is probably a moment in the No Jumper fucking lore where like there's a vlog of all of us at emo night. Like this is probably on the internet. So we see her. And she, by the way, she was wearing like a plaid skirt, I believe, and like a little like little crop top type shit. So if y'all see a video of Lena and Adam at the motherfucking emo night, an old vlog of them, this is the night I'm talking about. It's on YouTube. Anyway, we see her. This nigga Adam says to her,
Yeah, I like how quick 29010 is moving in there. I like how you moving in the chat. They say get the likes up. Let's get to 100 likes for sure. That's been the like goal the last couple streams. Let's keep that for now. Let's get 100 likes. But you know, by the time y'all get to it, thank you for the gift, Detractor, and welcome to the stream. But yeah, let's get the likes up, and they said they're gonna gift out some subs if we get to the 100 likes. So or memberships. If y'all want a free membership, you know, go on and hit the like. It's free. I think I have some memberships I can gift out as well. I'll up it if we get to 150 likes. I will gift my portion of memberships as well. And anyone else who wants to gift memberships, y'all got it. Mod you up. I got you. Let's get through this house fun segment. I'll mod you up while the video's playing. Anyone else who wants to be a mod, let me know. You know, I'm like Oprah with the mods. I be throwing them shits out. So as long as I didn't see you in the comments before, I didn't see you in the chats before, and you know your name rings a bell, I got you. What up, Ricky? What up? What up? What up? Thank you, brother. Thank you. You've been killing it. You've been killing it on Ricky's channel. He's dropping that good interviews. Ricky got them interviews on lock. I'm excited to see some more. What's the most recent one? The Rich Rabbit joint. Rich Rabbit's an interesting guy. But all right, so back into house phone. Getting off the shit. Since Ricky's in the chat, it's funny how everyone says, you know, Ricky is house phone 2.0. I think the main resemblance isn't even necessarily, you know, how they look. It's more so uh I do hear the similarities in their voice, but there's nothing, you can't really change your voice too much. And don't worry, y'all, we're gonna get into this grand wizardness a little bit. Again, I'm not gonna put that on the stream, but I have a quick opinion on that. But on a side note, I feel y'all who are like, damn, finally he's exposed because he's been banning people left and right in the live stream. I've been banned for at least a year, maybe a little more than a year, as far as like muted from the channel or whatever, where I can comment, I can type in the live chat and think that I'm we just sound just some LA dudes. Yeah, right, right. Where I think I'm being seen in the live stream chat and shit, but I caught on long ago that I've been muted from the channel. And honestly, I have no problem with that because if I'm in the live chat typing on my thoughts, then I'm not even gonna have as much to say when it's time to do content. So me not typing in live chats is probably a good thing. But yeah, the Dragonite Crip being Akademiks' main mod, grand chat wizard who goes back years with Ak, and they're in the middle of getting some type of content creator, Rico type of situation put on them by Rock Nation. We will be touching on that some more when we get to the Akademiks where Charlemagne continues. But for now, Lil House Phone talking about the choo choo.
Ha ha ha. Hey, you should probably let both of us crack for the culture. Like, said the same thing that he said in the car like a couple days before, right? She looks at both of us. She got a cup in her hand. She starts sipping. She goes, after I get another drink, like, we'll see how I feel. And niggas is like, whoa, right? So Adam's also like, oh, yeah, bro. And I'm on some like, oh, yeah, cool. Anyway, so remember Karina, my homegirl Karina, blonde Karina, right? Remember she lived in South Central and shit. We used to always go to her crib. Boom. I'm with Karina. I could call Karina right now and she would verify this story. We leave emo night, all of us. We go back to the crib, right? Boom. I'm leaking a lot of info first stream, bro. Like I'm just getting into this and I'm leaking lore, bro. But anyway, look, boom. Nigga, we go back to Adam crib. Me, Karina, Adam, Lena. Now, this is before I knew you, but when they lived in K-Town, it was Adam and all the BMX niggas in one house. And they lived in like a back house in K-Town, right? So, all the BMX niggas lived there. Adam had his own room, but like, Adam had his own room, Began had his own room, and then I think the rest of them shared the other room or some shit like that, right? So all the BMX niggas is there. He goes upstairs and he clears out the whole second floor. He's like, everybody go downstairs.
Because he was in charge.
It's his crib.
It's his crib.
It's the on some shit crib, and all the BMX niggas live with him.
He's like, everybody gotta go downstairs.
Yeah, because he's trying to get on some freak shit with the hoes. You feel me? We go to the room. Now, mind you, I'm off the bag, bro. I'm bagged up, off the bag. Me and old girl is breaking down coke in the room, right?
Damn coke phone. But honestly, sending everybody downstairs is probably the most normal part of this story. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. You know, I've heard of, you know, some, and I don't even say Diddy parties. Like people used to have, you know, these types of parties. And not even used to. People have these types of parties. Whereas like, oh, is Donnie in the chat? Shout out to Donnie. But yeah, people have these parties, man, where everybody's getting freaky with everybody in front of everybody, you know, all that type of shit. So sending everybody downstairs is probably the most decent thing that is being said right now.
Okay.
Nigga, they start both getting undressed. Adam and Lena, they start getting naked.
Okay.
She starts sucking bro off. I'm breaking down the bag in the corner. I'm not even like really peeping. You feel me? But like I
This is an
obviously
interesting story.
see what's going on. Pause. She tries to grab my knee and tries to like bring me over to them, and I'm like, I'm good. Now, mind you, at this point, I had already cracked old girl. Like not just that one time, another time. I ain't even trying to. You feel me? I'm not even trying to like put extras on the story, but the deed had been done multiple times already by this point, right? So when she's trying to get me to come over there with them, I'm good. I don't want to see this nigga naked. I don't want to get involved with this nigga. And I don't want to run a trade. I'm good.
I feel you.
Right? So and then Karina, this girl who I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to crack at the time. I was trying to crack her and I hadn't cracked yet, right? And then nigga,
She's not naked.
She's not naked at all. She's sitting there fully clothed, breaking down clothes. So we both looking at each other like, okay, let's get, like, she's not with this shit and I'm not with this shit.
Okay.
So we both get up to leave the room. Nigga, old girl says, can you at least get somebody from downstairs to like come and join them?
That's crazy.
I go downstairs.
Okay, so interesting. So this little detail in the story kind of means that obviously she would have to consent to the train, but it sounds like it's more so her idea. And, Adam proposed the idea to House Phone, but since House Phone's not down, it's like, well, go grab any of the 50 people from downstairs. Or whatever, any of the 10 dudes from downstairs. I need more than one. That's the bottom line. Why don't she go down there and grab them? Like, what the fuck? You gonna let House Phone just go shopping for you? Just shopping for meat in the on some shit house? Very, very interesting dynamic for sure. So and again, this is the earliest days of, now one of the most talked about, criticized, judged, relationships in all of entertainment. We really never seen anything like Adam the Plug. We'll just call them Adam the Plug. We've seen nothing like Adam the Plug before, I don't think. Where it's just like public, open relationship. Plus, if you're a gooner, you can go and watch it. But then it dates back to before all the cameras, before they were in the industry or however that worked. And just doing it for the love of the game. Just House Phone's the original Jason Love, essentially. And whoever he went shopping for and picked out for her, they the train. And then shortly after the train, like, is that one of the proving grounds? Like, oh man, we ran that train. Now I gotta wife this girl. Like, all right, to each their own, I suppose.
Downstairs, remember he made all the BMX niggas go downstairs, right?
Right.
I go downstairs. I'm chilling. I said, hey, which one of y'all want to go tag team with bro upstairs? Two of the homies came up. They rock, paper, scissors. I'm not going to say their name, but one of the homies went up there and started tagging her with him. And this is before they were dating officially. I'm going to say that. But
He's having the wrong kind of threesomes. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, he had a bunch of the other ones too.
Still.
But listen, I'm only saying this to tell y'all one thing, bro. Y'all just now calling a nigga a cuck and acting like he's on some shit like that when I'm telling you he was on that from the beginning. But you know why I never judged him about it? Because nigga, that wasn't his bitch like that.
Right.
That he was just fucking her at the time.
And that's understandable. I think we're gonna leave off the House Phone segment there. But that is understandable to, like, they weren't a couple at the time. And then this second go at it was more like not, it was kind of like her revenge, right? It was her revenge for all the different of the so-called right type of three ways that they've had, which before the Jason Love shit, bro was considered pretty cool, right? Because it's like, oh, look at this. He makes a bunch of money off of YouTube, and then he also gets to have a new girl with his girl every week, it seemed like. But then the Jason Love shit happened, and it all came crashing down. That public perception has never recovered to the point where now, obviously, Adam leans into the chair in the corner jokes because you kind of don't have a choice. What are you gonna do? Fight back? You can't fight back in that scenario. You're allowing some wild shit for conventional people. I don't know how people in the adult industry look at it. Obviously, if you're like, I've only known homies is like you're a relatively normal person that's dating someone that's in that industry, and from what I remember, the homie said he wouldn't recommend it. He wouldn't recommend it because it might be fun. They're good at doing anything you want to do in bed and all that. Look good, whatever. But when they're going to work in the morning, yeah, it's nice. You're just chilling in the crib. You get to play 2K all day and shit. But while you're playing 2K, in the back of your mind, they're getting, Hall of Famed through the mattress. And so, both of them being in the industry and doing most of their work together is different, but just from what I've heard from people's personal accounts, it's not recommended, or at least it's not for the mentally weak. It takes a certain type of mentality to be able to stay in that type of relationship. The stories I've heard that it's like, oh, dated a girl like that for like a month or two type of thing. Long-term relationship, I feel like you probably might be wired to be a cuck if you can do a long-term relationship with someone who's in the adult industry and you're not in it. Even in it, obviously we're discussing two people that are in it, but especially if you're not in it and they are, regardless of man or woman, because women have the same chair in the corner mentality too. You can be that as well, but it's not as frowned upon as it is with men, obviously, because it's just something super emasculating about being okay with your lady submitting to another man, and then for it to be like a weekly thing, a bi-weekly thing, that's that's a whole new level. So there's that. Before we get into this AB topic, I did say I was gonna mod up Mister. So I know you've been supporting for a cool minute. I'm better at doing it from my phone, but let's see. There we go. It's just as easy on the shit. All right, so Mister's modded up, and then by the end of the stream, we'll do another mod request. If anybody, no, you're not late. You're not late. We just got off the first topic. You're straight. We got shit like 5 or 6 more videos to get through. But yeah, I talk too much. Then why are you in my live stream if I talk too much? That doesn't make any sense. What, you want me to just sit here and play videos like I'm a fucking DJ of podcast or something? Fuck out of here. You see, that's the beauty of it. I'm not about to sit here and type this type of shit out in the comments. Managing mod? Nah. The only managing mod is Yada. I can give you a mod, but honestly, I see you've had an interesting chat log today, brother. So I don't know if I'm gonna mod you quite yet. But managing mod, the only managing mod is Yada at this moment. That has to be earned. That has to be earned. All right. All right. So, AB. But yeah, I have no problem clapping back at y'all in the live stream if you're out of pocket. This is the place, free speech is represented here. And you guys don't have to delete their messages necessarily, especially if I clap back at them. But if it's like obviously, the obvious things that are way too out of pocket, do your thing, mods. But don't like time nobody out unless I snap and say to time them out. But I try to represent free speech even in the comments. But obviously, certain comments, if it gets too crazy, I think that hurts the reach overall. So we don't want to do that either. So just we'll find the balance on moderating without stepping on people's right to disagree and whatnot. You think I talk too much, that's fine, but I also have the right to tell you to shut the fuck up and get out of my chat. And if you choose to stay, then I respect it. You choose to stay and argue back, run my engagement up. But if not, kick rocks. But all right. Adrian Broner ask Adam22 if he can sleep with his wife. I feel like this is a nice transition because, from House Phone talking about from the earliest days how if you're the homie, you might just get a turn on the right night. Or you might just sneak your turn by oh, let me walk you to your car. Oh, and can you take me to 7-Eleven? I want a glizzy and a slushie and some blunts. So we're gonna get into Adrian Broner, knowing that this reputation of Adam the Plug, precedes itself. He went ahead and shot his shot. Closed mouths don't get fed, right? And shooters are gonna shoot, and that's what AB, I guess, is gonna do in this clip. I haven't watched this clip at all, so this is gonna be a raw and real reaction. And it's a short one. It's only 3 minutes.
What's next for AB?
Yeah.
You on the streaming run right now? What's next? What the people gonna say?
What's next, baby? You gonna let me fuck your wife, Adam?
I don't think so. I think it's probably better that we just say friends.
Okay, all right. Wait. So if I fuck your wife, we can't be friends?
Actually, to be honest, I'm cool with all the guys who fuck my wife, so.
What? To be honest, I'm cool with all the guys that have cracked my wife. So they could still be friends. If anything, they're going to become closer friends. Interesting. I wonder if he's going to hit him with the same thing he hit Blueface with, where it's like, yeah, you can do it, but it has to be on camera because she wants to make money off of it.
It probably wouldn't be that bad. But with you, I feel like it would be different.
Because I got good. You must heard.
No, I ain't heard nothing.
So why you want to let me fuck her?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it might be tough to convince her that you lose that weight.
No. The weight is helping me. It's more girth.
But I think she might be grossed out.
Oh, hell no.
I think she want to see that belly come down a little bit.
No. I just want to see.
Alone.
I just want to see her come down a little bit.
You're gonna have to do that on LeonardThePlug.com.
There you go. He said, yeah, you can monkey dunk her like Stromae or Swift all you want, but it has to be on the website. You're gonna have to do it on camera, bud. This sounds like it's the end of the interview. Like they got through all the topics and all the questions. Kind of a crazy way to end the interview. I guess he enjoyed himself. This doesn't seem like AB off the Henny yet. He probably has a nice tall cup of Hennessy and Coca-Cola waiting for him. But this is a true question from the bottom of his lust-filled heart.
I'll do it for you though.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. That's big.
Mm.
What are you about to go do now?
No, it is big though.
I want to see your cock, but I'm not gonna ask for
Oh
pics.
man, what the?
You can send me pics.
Oh.
Wait, so where are you about to go now?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Where are you going? Back to Miami? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you, bro. That was dope.
Hey,
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Like, comment,
Hey.
and subscribe.
Hold on.
And shout out to the members.
All right, shout out to the
members.
problems too.
And the members.
And the problems.
And the members.
The problems.
And the members. $5 a month. You can be a member.
The problems.
Okay, sure.
Go to my kick. Go to my kick, Adrian Broner. Y'all gonna be a part of the problem.
Yeah, it's his kick technically, but that shit might as well be Dean. That's Dean's kick. Shit.
Hey, and look though. Take one with me.
A shot?
Yeah.
I'm about to drive.
It's cool.
You can drink and drive now?
I do.
I thought it was against the law.
Hell no, AB don't drive nowhere from what I seen. Maybe off stream he be driving, but he be chilling in the back of the black truck.
All right, give me the bottle. All right. Cheers.
Hey, though, if nobody told you today, bro, I love you, bro. And that's not like...
I love you too.
That's not no fake shit, bro.
But I think we gotta love Remo too.
Huh?
We can't just leave him hanging as the man in the middle.
That's what I'm saying. No, okay. Waterfall. Okay. Punk ass nigga. Your turn.
You scared of what I'm doing with my mouth?
What?
I be smoking blunts and eating ass. Regular shit.
You boys crazy. Hey, look though.
If the cops pull me over, I'm gonna say, he told me I could drink and drive. I don't think that was enough to trigger the breathalyzer.
There you go, chugging the whole cup.
Again. God damn.
This
is gonna be a pretty legendary interview, I'm not gonna lie.
I wonder if it starts off with one of those chugs too. I feel like it should start off with the chug. Now, what's interesting too, that cup definitely has brown residue all over it, right? Here, let's zoom in. Even though I think you can see the color difference. So he actually drank the coffee out of this, or he added Hennessy to the coffee. And I would hope he added it to the coffee. I would hope that's the case, because if this is just the dirty residue cup, that's kind of grimy. There's no way that shit tastes good. You know, cognac is drinking cognac is similar to drinking wine. It's a slightly different process, but there's a whole, way to do it. And this is not the way. Shout out to the Mandalorian. This is the way. This is not the way. This is the opposite of the way. This nigga is grimy.
Just like that.
Come on, man.
The infamous 22 Instagram story post, Snapchat post. Usually when we see this out of Adam, that means that a near fight is breaking out on the podcast or something. But in this case, he just had to archive the bottoms up activity by AB. So like I said, that's a quick one. Just an interesting little thing. I seen the title this morning and said, let's throw that in the mix. Now, someone who AB has been beefing with a little bit. They've been having a little back and forth, too viral. I guess you could call AB a content creator now, even though my thoughts on that content over there on Kick is that it's not really content. If your stream is majority you just listening to music, like how whoever said I talk too much, just play the content. Okay. So is it content to just talk once every 30 minutes? And it's just like a stem type of word. AB and Dean the Great sit on stream all day and listen to Dean's playlist. He thinks he's a fucking DJ. And then they occasionally yell at each other. Or they occasionally yell at the girls that they have around, which are the same girls that are on everybody's stream, by the way. Just a bunch of pass-around streamer girls. I broke down in a previous live how these background streamer girls are basically the same as, music video vixens from back in the day. It's the same type of economy. If they're not doing that, they have these, like, tism type of stem situations. The whole making fun of the Indian accent, that's like the main stem right now. And then they have a couple others. On that track, they have a trash ass song that Sauce Walker kind of set them up for a layup, and they just stemmed on it. So if you're either yelling for, brief moments in time at each other, at girls, or if you're just stemming the same 5 different phrases and words, and other than that, it's just listening to Dean's playlist or listening to the whole Drake album again, that's not content. It's not sustainable. It's not going to last. All right? Last night, I watched, wait, what? Shout out to Section 8 ODM. You're calling it ODM Slim Section 8? But last night I was watching, they did a collab stream with DDG, and DDG, you know, he started off as an actual content creator, and I think I haven't watched his Twitch streams or none of that, but I watched because they did the collab, and he actually gave them some content ideas. They were all too drunk to execute it properly, but at least they finally made some content. And you know, DDG, he came up through YouTube first, transitioned to rap a little bit while still doing YouTube as well. And you know, he's from the era of like the super corny, super proper intro YouTube and all that. But it was refreshing to see them actually do content, even if it was only for 30 minutes out of 7 hours or whatever, right? But I say all that to say, you know, AB's real happy with his first kick paycheck. And, you know, by all means, congratulations on that. It's good to see him not, you know, being dead broke, allegedly, and things like that. But he's going to go right back to desperate times when it comes to the content. Yeah, he might get a celebrity boxing match out of this or something like that. But in a year or two, where is AB going to be? Because I don't see most of these kick streamers' content being sustainable as far as like long term being entertaining to an audience. You know, we got podcasters wanting to transition to streaming and stuff like that. And in some cases, it makes sense to dabble in the streaming. Most of these podcasts live stream the shows in the first place. But as far as, you know, No Jumper doing IRL content, T-Rail and them, they've always kind of been a hybrid of like a desktop stream with podcasts, you know, attributes as well. But at the end of the day, the podcasting shit has way more longevity in it than the majority of these streamers. Some streamers actually go out of their way to basically be like reality shows, or more so like a, you know, bringing like a twisted version of American Ninja Warrior, and you know, just little creative twist to things that we see is actually sustainable. But what AB and Dean the Great are doing right now is going to leave them both irrelevant in less than a year, in my opinion. You know, I hope they get it together, but as long as it's working, they have no incentive to change anything, as they're getting, you know, career high views on the platform and shit. But if you look at the band from YouTube, Bone Smasher, by the name of, you know, Clav, if you look at his career and how it's gone down, this is just a kick stream side note tangent, by the way. We'll get into this Crip Mac interview in a second, where he's gonna yell about Adrian Croner in his world. But if you look at Clav's downfall, he rose to the top in 5 months, to where he was competing with Aiden Ross's streaming numbers on the platform, and then he plummeted down in like 2 months. He hit that peak and then a sharp decline, as volatile as crypto, right? And part of that, and honestly, he tried harder to make actual content than Dean and AB. He actually was making different segments and at least trying different segments out, and really put a lot of money into production and shit. Even if he didn't hire the right people, that's another story. But he put a lot of effort into that shit and still plummeted down, to where the only reason why I'm talking about him right now is because, you know, Mr. Jack 100, he did the whole thing where he went on his marathon, and you know, made peace with him in the Jewish community of Miami, the club owners in particular, after the obvious, you know, huge controversial moment, playing the Kanye West song and getting banned from all the clubs in Miami and all the restaurants. You know, Jack got him unbanned, which was pretty impressive, through his connections, through friends that he's been doing business with for years. But now, and I doubt that it's going to be acknowledged at all on, you know, No Jumper, as far as with Jack being present. Maybe the other host might conversate on it, but probably not, because it seems like Adam's the only one that even cares about Clav like that. Well, Adam and Moose. So maybe on the Monday show they might talk on it today. But he's been forcefully removed from his ownership stake in that club. That was the whole, the first club to be tailored for live streamers and blah, blah, blah. And what's funny is it really wasn't tailored for live streamers because they were still trying to run it like a normal club and just use the live streamers to come and do like influencer marketing for the club without paying them. We'll pay you in clout. You get to maybe have Clav walk by your stream for 5 seconds. But in reality, he got him unbanned. But then now he's now lost his stake in that. It's all the way gone. I can't show it. I can't show the clip of him talking about it. But if you go on X, you can see him talking about it. It's from like a day or two ago. Just go on his page and scroll down a little bit. He like quote tweeted something like, "See, this is why I got out of the club industry. It's too much liability because there was yet another fight out front of the club." But yeah, he was forced to sell his stake is what's being rumored because they got what they wanted out of him and now they don't want him no more. And anyways, it wasn't that live streamer friendly because I watched enough streams to see him go around and tell people, turn your light off on your camera. And he's like pressing people, yelling at people. We've seen him try to kick the baby's brother out of the club. And they're like, yeah, F all that. And he kept performing and showed that Clav doesn't really have any say there. But, oh no. All right, we're back. Quick little connection issue there. Dropped out for a second. I don't know if it dropped on your end. But anyways, maybe that's our sign to stop talking about the Bone Smasher. Let's get into Crip Mac going off on Adrian Croner for insulting his boxing ability. I think this is Crip Mac being all content, not gonna lie. I think he's decently smart. But behind the character that he puts on for the world, I don't think he's as slow as he puts out there. But let's see what he has to say about Adrian Croner. We might have to fast forward a little bit. It's about a 9-minute clip. I wonder when it actually gets to the point.
We're not all lucky enough to be from the land.
I'm going. That's what you want to be.
Is somebody in Cheez-Its? Or are you just like smelling something? Like, do y'all smell cheese?
Hell no.
Good. He's eating a burger. I knew it was something.
This nigga got a rat nose. He for sure a rat.
I really thought that I smelled some Cheez-Its. Okay. So where are you at with the whole boxing thing right now?
They not paying enough.
You don't respect it?
He ain't boxing.
Damn.
Straight up.
So brand risk is out currently at this time. I heard some pretty good dollar amounts, honestly. Like they're offering you a lot more money than they offer a lot of other people.
Man, yeah, they're not offering enough.
Man, listen, we ain't boxing. Straight up.
You're helping to manage the situation and you're just not feeling it?
I ain't with the management situation. We're not doing that.
Okay.
We out here on the streets. He ain't finna be boxing.
Okay.
Straight up. Why would I put my homie in the ring? I put my homie where he gonna be the greatest ever. He gonna be.
Okay, so I don't know if Lupe is out the picture, but apparently Crip Mac has now brought Odium Slim back into the management team. I would assume, I feel like Crip Mac, he's a very loyal guy. He's not going to get rid of Lupe regardless of if, I feel like she should or not be fired. I feel like she should be. Not because she's like a bad person or anything. It just doesn't seem like she puts him in the best situations and things like that. But now Odium Slim and Crip Mac have reunited with the management, situation that they had before Crip Mac went to jail one of the more recent times, right?
Right here, nigga, podcast for the same amount of money.
Out from that car crash.
Same amount of money.
Crack on a nigga. I don't want to fight no more.
Wait, you hurt your legs from a car crash?
Yeah, my shit. That's what my legs.
Yeah, fucked up. Yeah.
So I cracked on shit. Over.
A new car crash or an old car crash?
It's been old and new. It's fucked up. It's permanently fucked up.
Oh, so that's what you're blaming for not having any squabbles?
When my legs was right.
I got squabbled. I'll fuck you up.
I believe that.
I'll bite you right now from the fan. I bet I'll beat your ass.
No offense.
Would you like to do it on camera?
No, I don't. But, no offense, but
Let's do it.
He got like a
Let's do it.
I'm pretty sure, right?
Let's
you got
do
like,
it.
No,
Trolley Wally 22.
Crip Mac versus Adam22 in a boxing match. I'm not gonna lie, that would do numbers, right? Because we haven't got to see Adam actually perform in the boxing ring other than getting hit and realizing that he doesn't like getting hit and then starting to run. Crip Mac, we've never seen in an actual boxing ring, just a backyard thing with gloves on. And, it's what now, 2 instances where he's been knocked down indoor out in these backyard fades. Backyard fade is an overstatement. That's like disrespectful to Kimbo Slice and all the real backyard faders. But the little content creator backyard fades. But Crip Mac versus Adam22, I feel like that might actually be a fair fight. Because Adam's training videos, he didn't look the worst, even though they're highly edited. But the ones they do for the brand risk promotion, it looked like he was going to go out there and at least land a couple nice combos, even if we didn't think he was going to win. That's why it was so funny that he got hit once and started turning his back. And then it came out that they were trying to train him out of turning his back the entire time leading up to the fight. But honestly, I would maybe on some D-Gen shit, I would maybe put like $10 on Adam to win, or whatever, $10 to $15, whatever's gonna get me over $300 in a payout, because I feel like he'd be enough of an underdog, even though Crip Mac's on-camera stuff's not that impressive either, in this current version of his fades, right?
Like Cowboy.
I don't know how Cowboy squabble. No, I've seen Cowboy squabble in real life.
That's what I'm saying.
Cowboy squabble.
I just feel like you got mad resilience.
Yeah, Candyland.
Like you've been outside for mad days in a row. Like, what am I going to do to you?
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
I feel like this is the closest I've been to being on a roast me podcast.
No. Not even that.
I'm just sitting back trying to get some jokes up.
No, you don't ask me up, Adam. Like, come on, man.
What did I do?
Go ahead. This seems like
good.
This right now, but you be doing a lot of bullshit, bro.
Like what? My host is great right now. I got a fire lineup.
No, I like your lineup. You know what I'm saying? But you still be on bullshit.
Yeah, definitely I'm on bullshit.
Yeah.
On the note of a fire lineup, of course, this was filmed before the recent supposed departures. Now, tomorrow we're gonna see. I feel like it was capped from the start. I don't think they're quitting. I think Spodyface was trying to run his views up. He's capitalizing on the moment. Munchie B, I don't know. He did a 48-minute live stream where somewhere in there he says what he said. So I wouldn't say that he was trying to capitalize on the moment necessarily. He was doing his regular scheduled program more so. And he didn't quit no jumper. Munchie B never said I quit no jumper. He said, well, at least in the video that I watched, he said I don't want to be on the Tuesday show anymore. He's totally fine just running up the Monday news and maybe being on the Monday show with Doughboy and Moose as well. And speaking of the Monday news, that's the only news show of the week that I actually enjoy. I think that's the case with most people, because the Ricky, Munchie, and whoever else they throw in there dynamic is good. Ricky and Munchie have good chemistry. I say that I feel like every week, but he never said that he was quitting No Jumper as a whole. That was Spodyface.
But did you see Ray J get his ass knocked out?
I didn't.
He got knocked out the other day by Super Hot Fire.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, we were in Vegas for brand risk. I keep hearing things. Remo's been the one trying to make this fight happen for you, though.
Yeah, they pay enough. It's going.
Remo is pushing for it. He's trying to overrule ODM.
The money overrule me.
They pay enough.
Big money overrule me.
Yeah.
So put the money on the table.
I was just with Adrian Broner. And he has been hanging out with Dean the Great like every day. They've been wearing matching outfits.
They dye their hair red like sexy red and twerk like hoes also.
Yep.
That's a fact. That's a fact. They definitely be running the Kai Cenat method, where they just start gyrating and twerking for the camera, for their mostly male audience. and call it a day.
I'm not doing that to get no fame.
Well, I'm not asking you to do that. I was just saying that.
Yes, I don't respect that shit.
I have to tell you what Adrian Broner said in the interview because I know that you're probably going to see it eventually. But he basically said that he doesn't really think that you should fight either. He said that he would whoop your ass, that Dean whooped your ass, and that he thinks you should just leave the boxing thing alone.
I'll fist fight with no boxing glove.
No, he ain't not do that.
I'll do it.
You think you would fuck Adrian Broner up?
No, Adrian Broner bring his ass over here. He gonna get hurt.
Adrian Broner.
He'll fight anybody, but and nobody has ever said Crip Mac doesn't have heart. But that's worse. The boxing gloves are meant to protect you a little bit, man. If you fight Adrian Broner bare knuckle, you're gonna take more damage quicker. So it's just that's gonna be all around worse situation for Crip Mac. Eventually they'll probably link up at that Creators Inc. house that he has been dropped on the lawn twice, and they'll link up for him to drop on the lawn the third time for a viral clip. Because yeah, man, AB still got hands. He's gonna always have hands. Oh, there's men that boxed when they were teenagers and stopped boxing by the time you get to high school and shit, that still have the skills to handle themselves even at 70 years old and shit. Yeah, if you catch a 70-year-old as a younger man, you should be able to put him down. But there's definitely 70-year-olds that still can look impressive on the bag. Look at how everybody hyped up Mike Tyson. Years before the Jake Paul shit, the Mike Tyson clips would surface every once in a while. It's Mike still got it. Mike's moving like this at 60. Wow. Like that's one of those things, like the muscle memory never really goes away once you've put in enough hours.
Broner drinks too much. That's your best advantage.
That's right.
You're sober.
He'll get hurt.
He's a drunk.
He'll get hurt.
Yeah?
Just know that.
You think you got that?
Hey, how much is in it?
Well, that's a good question, but he looks like he weighs way more than Dean the Great. But actually, I think like Dean the Great fights at like 135 and he fights at like 145. But also, I feel like he's probably like 200 right now because he got a big old pregnant belly.
But just because they fight at that weight doesn't mean that they walk around at that weight.
Yeah. But so Adrian Broner is on the press list. He could get those hands.
How much it is?
No, we ain't figuring Adrian Broner get his ass whooped.
But
Fuck that.
just to put it transparently, you feel like fighting for 20K it ain't happening.
It ain't enough.
It's got to be more.
It just ain't enough.
You keep saying 55K.
55,000.
Yeah, stop saying K.
I feel like
Straight up.
Fuck it, 52K on Neighborhood Crip. 52K on
reduce it by 3.
Listen, bro.
You keep 3,000.
52K on Neighborhood Crip. Just like that.
I don't joke around about these kind of things. That's crazy. But
I think that might be one of the moments where Gumby is going to react to later. But let's continue.
No,
I feel like you would do it for a little less than the 55, but I feel like you would still.
You do 50,000. We probably get
20 ain't enough.
No.
52K is enough.
Ooh.
Oh, you got him started.
That's a nifty number. Three King Five Fingers.
Are you pissed at me because I had the Hooters on here the other day? You messaged me and told me you were never coming on the podcast again. I said we didn't even talk about you. You said, all right.
All them niggas is losers, cut. They want content out of me.
But they didn't talk about you.
That's all they want is content.
Sharky on some grown shit. He actually said before the interview, he's like, I don't want to talk about Crip, man.
Yeah, well, I'll still burn and snort rag any day. I don't give a
Okay, but not on the podcast.
No.
Interview like a week ago.
Adam, next subject.
Normally you love talking about that.
Them niggas. Next subject.
All right, fine.
I'll slap your.
Yeah, no titties. What the?
I'll slap your glasses off your face.
You better go do that to one of those dudes on 52nd Street.
More like 5 shots.
Nah, I'll believe it when I see it. Oh.
He's tempting him to go catch a body. It's crazy. And shout out to his meds falling out of his pocket. You know, Adam might be running the Arkham Asylum. He got a bunch of mentally deranged people, a bunch of street dudes. Just it's a circus for sure, but it might be teetering on the lines of an actual asylum at this point. You got Lush with 10 different personalities. You never know which one's showing up for the week. This is getting crazy.
Don't do nothing.
No, I'm a great guy.
Yes, sir.
A comedian.
Yes, sir. A comedian.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Okay, so your new girlfriend, her Instagram is actually Crip Mac's wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we don't care about the Lupe clone girlfriend. I think that's all we need out of that one.
You're saying.
This one I have to get the timestamp. I screenshotted the timestamps, but yeah, tempting Crip Mac to go and get cracking for bro is it's diabolical, and saying I ain't seen it yet. He's testing Crip Mac's gangster right there on the interview, and that I think that is why Mr. Hoover Gumby, got out of jail and instantly had to call out Adam for the same thing he called Adam out for the first time that he emerged into the podcast space. Yeah, from one drunk to another. That's a fact. That's a fact. We're getting on to the infamous drunk desktop streamer that is DJ Akademiks. This one, I think for one, well, it's because it's a clip of his. Shout out to the 47-minute clip. But this one, he kind of gets right into it right away, which is rare. Oh, yeah. And, let's talk about Dragonite Crip real quick before we get into his massa and this beef that is exposing all this stuff anyways. Because last week, I don't remember if it was the Monday or Wednesday show, but we did cover in more detail this Dragonite Crip getting allegedly stalked or investigated. I think it was more of a private investigator, not a stalking type of thing. Where, we could assume it was Rock Nation is trying to get more information on how Akademiks is moving. I kind of painted the picture that Akademiks and Charlemagne are the mouthpieces for the rappers that are at a feud that are Drake and Jay-Z, right? Obviously, Akademiks has been Drake's mouthpiece, whether Drake wants it or not. He's going to be Drake's mouthpiece forever. So Drake finally acknowledged his existence and, wined and dined him and whatnot. Recently, put him in the music video for one of those songs where he's kind of like Samuel L. Jackson in Do the Right Thing, where he's the disc jockey. A funny thing about that little music video snippet is that Drake hates this backdrop that Akademiks has. And this is his better version. When it was COVID and Drake did the phone call, he's got like fans hanging off of shit. But yeah, he called this a gamer studio. He's like, oh yeah, what, like Ak was asking for an interview or something like that, like let's link up. Back in 2020 when everyone was on quarantine. And he did the fucking the Instagram live thing with him. And Ak was geeked. He downed a whole liter of Hennessy. That's how happy he was that he got to talk to Drake. Okay. And during that, Ak was like, you got to pull up. We got to do some content. We got to get an interview in. And I think it was before he had the, what is it called? The off the record or whatever, the thing where he sits down with the rappers in the formal podcast studio. It was when he was still streaming in the like bedroom that had the foam all around it, the acoustic foam. He just had that wrapped all around him and it was like red and black. And Drake was just like, oh, what, you want me to pull up to your gamer studio? You look like you're gonna play some Call of Duty. And then he just called him a good Ute a bunch of times and was just laughing at him. And then just kind of, yeah, drink some more Henny, Ak, fuck it. Just straight trolling him. But, fast forward to present day, and he finally got wined and dined by his hero, by his Jay-Z. Now, Jay-Z, more of an old head, a little more secretive, would never do such a public display for Charlemagne. And actually, speaking of, public displays, let's remember now, Charlemagne was gifted those bottles after back-to-back or before back-to-back during the Meek Mill Drake beef. Remember, he's like, you gonna make me send bottles of Charlemagne? Yeah. So that was him saying, I hate Meek Mill so much that he's gonna make me send very expensive gifted champagne bottles to one of my main detractors in media. Charlemagne has been anti-Drake, especially before those bottles and before that beef. Charlemagne, from what I remember from when I was watching The Breakfast Club every day still around that time, Charlemagne gained a lot of respect for Drake for how swiftly and quickly he dismantled Meek Mill and how he just won that beef kind of perfectly, other than the ghostwriting thing that came out of it, right? And since then, Charlemagne hasn't been as critical of Drake, but he's still a Drake detractor at the end of the day, right? He's still more anti-Drake than most of these media people, right? Especially the new media. This all ties together into Dragonite Crip, because who's the whole kings of new media? Akademiks, Vlad. Vlad seems neutral, though, when it comes to this particular topic. But Akademiks, Vlad, and Adam22 / the No Jumper entity as a whole is new media, right? They've coined themselves the kings of new media. The guys that don't need traditional outlets, that don't need radio, that don't need television, right? And so Dragonite Crip is allegedly Grand Chat Wizard, right? The mod of all mods in the Akademiks world. And he runs the Academy Twitter page, the very problematic the Academy, I think it's the Academy TV, very problematic page. That page alone has led to people threatening to sue Akademiks at least 5 times. Probably in 5 years, at least once a year, probably more than that, for real. That page leads to people saying, I'm going to sue Akademiks because of something that the Academy TV said. Because when you're just scrolling the timeline and let's say you're Nicki Minaj, and it's a crazy caption that says Nicki Minaj be doing Bristol in the bathroom with her PDF husband, and whatever. They're just scrolling and see that, and it looks like it's Akademiks that's saying it. But then, of course, the main Akademiks page is ran a lot more clean, a lot more marketer friendly, and whatnot. And it feels like that's the spam Insta. It feels like that's the burner account that got some following just off of lore. And it feels, people are like, I feel like that's Act speaking through that. And now it's even being alleged that Grand Chat Wizard and Drake run the page. I don't know if Drake is really taking the time to push his narratives through Act's Twitter account directly, like logged in and typing, but him being in touch with the Grand Chat Wizard wouldn't be that far of a stretch of the imagination, right? To kind of have a good relationship with media at the very least. It's just like how a Jay-Z would probably maintain a relationship behind the scenes with Charlemagne and DJ Envy, Angela Yee at the time. It's not a far stretch of the imagination to think, Jay-Z probably does try to keep, these relationships favorable just because it's smart to do. It's good for your career longevity. It's good for marketing purposes to have a good working relationship with the people that can easily hop on their platforms and sway the public perception on you. If DJ Akademiks, like when Kendrick said even Act's looking compromised, let's peel the layers back. If Act ever was to be compromised and turn against Drake, that would be a huge blow from a strategic standpoint and even from a marketing standpoint. If Act was to ever go against Drake, right? especially if he has inside information, especially if they text each other every day. Like Adam says, he texts Drake every week. Imagine if everybody at No Jumper was anti-Drake. Whack 100, who knows? He might be pretending to be anti-Drake and might be texting him too. I'm like, I got to do it for the content, Drake. The people hate me, so me being anti-you is going to make people love you more. That seems like some shit Whack would say, right? But anyways, with that broken down, Dragonite Crip being a mod for No Jumper, he was like the first mod for real, other than people that worked there. And it started, I remember watching it in real time. He sent super chats in every show, the Dragonite Crip account, right? Super chat. And sometimes they're like, oh, that's so funny. Like, Dragonite Crip's funny, whatever. They like when he sends in super chats. And the name was funny. It's a play on one of Adam's main hobbies and mixing in the Crip with it. It's like, oh, okay, it's a funny name. Now you have a bunch of different Dragonite variations as jokes, right? But I think Dragonite Germ is the newest one, and that one's hilarious to me. But Dragonite Crip being Grand Wizard makes sense. I don't know if it's like for, nefarious reasons to infiltrate No Jumper or anything like that. Ack and No Jumper are cool, but it could be just him acting on his own accord, being a Trojan horse for if Adam and Ack ever beef again, he's all up in the page, got, whatever, control and shit like that. I'm not going to go with that angle, though. I'm just looking at it as, okay, so dude obviously had some money to be sending super chats in sometimes on every show of the week, so 5 times a week, super chats. And then it seemed to me, I was like, so did Dragonite Crip just buy his way into being a mod? That's what it felt like if he was just like a normal fan. It's like, oh, whatever, Dragonite Crip sent enough super chats that they're a mod now. Now, what's strange is I've never seen Dragonite Crip comment on a Big Chat Small World video. I never seen him on a point and shoot video comment section. And I don't scour everyone's comment section. It could be there, but I feel like it would have jumped out, I don't see him in anybody's live chats other than direct No Jumper host related live chats. Like, I think I've seen him in, maybe not DeJean Paul's chat, but like maybe like Spody Face's chat or something. Maybe. Not even him. Maybe Lush. I think maybe only like Lush's chat. So how are you this No Jumper super fan that kind of popped out of nowhere, but we don't see your account? It doesn't have to be super chats, but we don't even see you live chatting or commenting anywhere else in the No Jumper ecosystem other than directly related to the host or on the shit, right? So that was always weird, where this account just popped up and then became mod within like a month of tricking on the content. Okay? So now it's supposedly revealed and it was a screen recorded video in the Reddit of, a Dragonite, of Grand Chat Wizard or whatever, admitting to being a Dragonite Crip. And this is in an Instagram DM that he was having with someone, I don't know who, but so that's kind of set the actual audience ablaze because people are feeling oppressed and feel like it's a back door and whatnot. Yeah, okay, Dragonite Crip and Tams. That's probably the one that I was thinking of. Because it's like, a smaller thing. And that would kind of line up, though, because I'm not going to lie. That type of moderator seems like the type of person that would be thirsting over Tam. To where they're watching her content every time she goes live, her movie nights and all that stuff. Subscribe to both of her pages. That seems like the type that would definitely be like, Tam is that's dude's dream girl possibly. No disrespect to Tam, I'm just saying the ones that super thirst over the female host, and you're all of a sudden the top mod is just kind of interesting. It gives you don't leave the house. Just like the ones that thirst over Jaleese super heavy, it's like, okay, I don't think this person touches grass. Or, you know, they don't have people that look like Jalise or Tam in Australia. So this is like something exotic to him. It's like how people get about, you know, Persian girls or whatever is exotic out here in America. But, oh, and in Moose Knuckles chat. See, but it's all just directly related. It's never any of the, like, I feel like if you're in Moose Knuckles chat heavy, you would have at least touched some of these other comment sections or chats. We don't see them in ODM Slim, nothing, like nobody in the No Jumper universe. Gangland Neem, nobody. But all directly in there. So, like, yeah, dude has a lot of time on his hands, but you don't seem to have that much time on your hands to watch, you know, the channels that are, like, no disrespect, but Tam's lives don't be having that many viewers in it for Dragonite Crip to be in there commenting, the top commenter. Same with Moose at this moment in time. I think the New Wave one is their highest viewed show. So it just seemed fishy from that activity alone. Don't seem that tapped in. Now, what are his intentions of being a No Jumper mod? Who knows, right? Is he friends with Adam? Who knows? But I feel like how he actually became mod was sent those super chats, did that for like a month, then DM'd Adam or Josh or somebody and was like, hey, can I get moderator on the chat? I mod for Akademiks. I'm Grand Chat Wizard. I feel like that conversation was had in a DM somewhere with somebody who has control over that type of thing. And so that brings us to where we are today. All right? So spinning back around now to the boss beef, which is Charlemagne. So Charlemagne went on Brilliant Idiots, and he sounded pretty upset, like he wanted to be more harsh, but he was playing it cool, so it's not just a full-blown war of words with Akademiks yet. But you could tell he's heating up. He's getting ready to possibly beef with Ak, just blatantly beef with him, versus this like little cold war that they have going on currently. So Charlemagne, he was on Brilliant Idiots over the weekend saying, like, you know, it's really scary beefing with someone like Akademiks because he has these people, these clippers. He has all the clippers on his side. He has not Dragonite Crip, but Grand Chat Wizard. What's up with that? And then when he's talking about Grand Chat Wizard, he alludes to saying, hey, you know, Ak, you got these people on payroll and whatnot, but if someone can be bought by you, they can be bought by someone else too. Like, I feel like Charlemagne's trying to allude to, oh, I can have, or you know, Jay-Z can send what's his face, Grand Chat Wizard, more money than you and Drake are sending him potentially. And what if Grand Chat Wizard, you know, flips on you one day and starts leaking all of your dirty secrets? And then he did the thing that Wack does sometimes to Adam, and he's like, oh, you know, Rolling Stone said this about you. You don't see me reacting to it right away on my channel. He brought up how Akademiks has allegations of things that have happened in, you know, around him, and some allegations that involve him directly. He brought that up real quick and was like, what if Grand Chat Wizard decided to start leaking some facts or whatever, some more information about your allegations? So he's like trying to scare Ak away from Grand Wizard. That's what Ak has been so mad about, is that 2 weeks in a row now, Charlemagne has been trying to kind of divide up the academy, the moderators, the top commenters and whatnot. He wants them to move away from Ak. So, and it's kind of like obvious, and that's why Ak is so mad and keeps going in on him, because it's like, yeah, if you separate his top mod and top clipper, top Twitter propaganda pusher away from him, then that makes him significantly weaker when it comes to now a war of words, an actual beef, an actual war. But here we have like 2 timestamps to get to in this video here.
Joe Budden said something about that. I was just like, bro, y'all promote Prize Picks. That's your biggest sponsor. You literally say it's your favorite episode and part of the show. Then Brilliant Idiots, they're literally advertising gambling before they talk about me. Like, I'm just a little bit confused.
Org. Please play responsibly. 20 eligibility.
Gambling ad. It's on Brilliant Idiots. This is why when I hear them talk about stake, I'm like, brother, y'all all promote gambling in a different way, right? And by the way, all online gambling companies have something that's kind of going on, right? It's heavily contested that Prize Picks is allowed to do certain things. Are they just fantasy? Are they actual a sports book? Can they then lean into certain type of player props? Like, there's been heavy litigation around all of it, but we don't expect Joe Budden to tell us that. He just takes whatever money they give him. They put him in a Super Bowl commercial. We don't. So it's the same thing with, like, I didn't even know they had a gambling ad for Brilliant Idiots, but we're listening to one, right? So when I hear them mention like stake and shit like that, the only thing I have to think is that they're funded by something that might not like stake because.
All right, so at first play, it's like, why are you playing the part where he's talking about the gambling ads? It's because he's starting to string together all the different possibilities since he's being accused of being paid for by politicians, a paid voice by politicians on the right-wing side. So now he's going to start talking about Rumble. So I kind of forget about Rumble. I've actually uploaded a video or two of my own to Rumble just to try to build over there as like a secondary or even third backup type of platform. But I only posted like once or twice and I forgot all about it. But Akademiks did have a pretty big Rumble deal, right? He signed a big contract with them some years ago before he got a better deal from Kick recently. He was streaming a lot on Rumble. I think he would do all three at once. He'd do Kick, YouTube, and Rumble all at the same time. And I think Rumble is important because the reason why Ak is being accused of being a right-wing voice is, think about what Rumble is marketed as. It's kind of supposed to be like a truth social in a way for live streaming, right? Where it's mainly right-wing creators go there so they don't have to fear being canceled for their opinions. That's what Rumble kind of was. And then you have Ak there, who doesn't necessarily seem out of place, but he doesn't really touch on politics a lot, right? So the Rumble aspect, I guess, is what Charlemagne was nitpicking at and saying like, oh, like you're getting gambling deals or whatever, you're getting Rumble deals, and that's the right wing agenda paying for Ak's voice. And he's maybe even trying to link it together to like, Ak, he's always been open about pay for play when it comes to music and stuff like that. And so who's to say he wouldn't do it for politicians for the right price as well? But Rumble is the key factor for that.
Because obviously Stake is really highly successful, but they have a lot of ops too. So I can't, my ops is like Rock Nation. Rock Nation clearly don't fuck with me. Okay? Drake ops, I won't name him, but I know Drake ops. I know Nicki ops. And I know Stake ops. And I know Aiden ops. What it's an op that's in the middle or kind of all of everybody ops. That's the person that's doing this. And that's what I'm trying to, I'm on a campaign to figure out who. I won't stop. Anyway, let's get to it.
Only an expire each day after 24 hours.
Be careful, look out. I thought you were looking out for him.
You see the internet trying to make a war between me and Akademiks? Did you see that?
I didn't know there was a war between you guys.
There's not.
I thought it was like you were like saying, hey, be careful, look out. I thought you were looking out for him.
Well, yes, I gave.
Is that not what he said?
So
yeah. You want me to play it first?
Oh yeah, you can play. Play what Akademiks say.
Shout my man Charlemagne. He gave me a call. He said, Ak, this was going around. I seen it. So what? Where'd it come from? I don't know. Oh, okay. Charlie, if I wasn't supposed to air you out on that, it's okay. But listen, I got to get to the bottom of this. I hear Laura LaRosa got it in the background. What Laura LaRosa got?
We can fast forward this part a little bit, I'm pretty sure.
Doing
think now we go to the 8-minute.
Was it like you giving me
somewhere
no
around
to
there.
this is from what right from we talking
'Cause it's kind of like a lot of recapping what already
Like-
happened last week. All right, somewhere around like right here.
antennas went up when I said, why is someone having a dossier that might include me? And I said, I've always told that people could pay for music promotion. I have a platform. I've always said that. This has never been a secret. Charlemagne legitimately told me, this is bigger than just entertainment, and then he evoked politics. He says, yo, it's an election year, it's politics. They're saying that, you know, either you or the people around you are taking money for political shit. And I'm like, huh? And that's where.
That's a good point in the chat. I guess, well, two different points. People were saying Peter Thiel is behind Rumble, but then also someone said, you know, imagine being as big as ACK and still relying on these platforms. I think that's triggered by, you know, all of this comes from ACK getting banned on Twitch and still being banned on Twitch because of the whole Blackboy Max 13-year-old mod situation, the inappropriate stream. ACK not streaming on his own website, and you could still, you know, he's not banned on YouTube and Kick and stuff, so use them as marketing. But it is interesting to me that he doesn't stream on his own website. I feel like that would be the move for someone as big as ACK. A lot of times people don't want to spend the overhead on that type of thing and the, you know, be behind all the work and whatnot to just stream on your own website and find your own marketers and whatever. But people like ACK, Aiden Ross, some of these names that you're going to pull thousands of views no matter where you go live and when you go live, you might as well just move all your audience to, you know, Akademiks.com or whatever. I never really understood that because then you don't have to worry about censorship. Shout out to the OG, shout out to Red Bar. But like, why is he the damn near the only one that you know does that?
I connected that to Jeremy, because Jeremy said I was taking money from politics. Like, nigga, y'all know if I took some money from politicians, I would have been said it, nigga. I would have been said I robbed them niggas. That's what I do, nigga. Stole that. So I was caught off guard when Charlemagne said, no, this is not about money and music. This is about politics. Your platform and the people around you are so big, people are investigating to see if y'all are influencing. That threw me for the loop. So that's the part that I'm not too sure if Charlemagne didn't realize. I was so confused. I'm like, you're saying we're influencing. So that's basically the thing. They don't care if I you know, promote Drake or whoever. They're saying your platform and the people around you, they're starting to influence elections. And then I hear this MAGA shit. And I'm like, huh? So whoever's like doing this is also having that angle that we're influencing people and it's an election year. We might maybe flip votes. So then I start thinking about a bunch of stuff. Number one, why Charlemagne hit me about this, but I'm like, he does deal with politics a little bit. But then I hear the Jeremy nigga has the same thing, and I'm like, this isn't making sense. I keep asking Charlemagne questions. It was a weekend. He was like, oh, when I get back, I'll ask Lauren LaRosa. And I'm like, okay, so I'll never hear about this again.
So I guess why this matters is because Charlemagne is obviously on the liberal side of things. He's obviously received some funding from Democrats throughout the years, in my opinion. It just seems very obvious when you watch The Brilliant Idiots, more so than The Breakfast Club. Probably on The Breakfast Club too, but that's different. That's through a whole, you know, larger corporation. But on the platforms that Charlemagne has complete creative control over and complete control over the business end, it does seem like for years, and honestly, it's why I kind of stopped watching The Brilliant Idiots up until this ACK controversy is the only reason why I've been tuning in, is because it's too political. I don't really care about Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz's take on politics. I don't. I don't need to go to them for political information or commentary, in my opinion, the way I live my life, right? And on a local level, I know how like state funded messaging works to some degree. Not on this platform that I have here, just through like working, with cameras and social media and shit like that. I do know that there's a lot of state funding initiatives every quarter, every 6 months type of thing. So on a larger scale, of course, there would be that as well. There's like community-based organizations and stuff that receive funding to market certain materials, such as in California, it's usually about heat waves and how to stay safe in high temperatures, how to conserve water, water usage and stuff like this. So if that's happening at a state level and then smaller into cities and into the smaller cities within, larger counties, I feel like, of course, it's happening at the podcast level as far as their platforms because their reach. The government organizations are paying these platforms for reach. When it comes to community-based stuff, it's more so the people that are, donating goods and whatnot directly to the community. That's their reach. And so it's like, oh, have your flyer at our table and stuff. When it comes to this digital stuff, though, Brilliant Idiots for sure has got some money for marketing some political agendas, I feel like, even if they didn't disclose it, even if they just kind of eased it into their talking points. They're accusing ACT of being the right-wing, version of that because Charlemagne knows he'd been the left-wing version of that for a cool minute. And it's really obvious when you watch these podcasts. Someone in the chat brought up Joe Rogan and stuff like that. And yeah, like Rogan and all these like the Flagrant podcast. It's gotten bigger and bigger until the departure of Akash. But as it ascended into, the crazy view territory where it's like, oh, they're averaging 300,000 views an episode damn near. The Flagrant became hella political and people were just going there for laughs. I was surprised that it worked. But they have, politicians on all the time, people that are running for politics and all that. Now, obviously, you have No Jumper trying to dabble in that space now, but they're like a late adapter to it. This has been going on for years in the podcast space. And now everybody wants a piece of the pie because it's kind of unlimited funding. If politicians want to use whatever amount on marketing through podcasts indirectly, they have the pockets to do it. And so that's where these accusations are really coming from, is that all the big podcasters know that there's offers that are proposed to them all the time from political sources. So people are like, there's no way ACK isn't taking these types of funds, especially since he's on, Rumble, the free speech app and shit like that. Is ACK actually taking right-wing funding? I don't know. I would have to watch, more of his streams that are very long. So maybe on hour, 9 out of 10, there's moments where he talks about things that are kind of right-leaning that would jump out to someone like a Charlemagne, but the general audience doesn't really care about it, right? But they're beefing over political funding allegations and more because, they're trying to say that Drake is the right wing and Jay-Z is the left wing rapper and it's an election year. So they're having beef over influence over the voting polls, which is something I really don't care to talk on, but I feel like that is the source of this back and forth that they're having.
You know what I mean? And by the way, I've never heard about it again. I've never heard about it again. You get what I'm saying?
Before this or after, but I do remember when I saw this, I said, oh, shoot, let me hear that. Because what came across our desk was the same information, but not that. It just was like this spreadsheet that was like, yo, DJ Akademiks takes money from music people and media people and, you know, political people.
All right, so now Charlamagne's just doing, you know, Charlamagne's damn near a politician himself. Where he's basically just now putting his spin back on it and trying to be like, I tried to tell Ak, I was trying to warn him, I was trying to help him. I'm not gonna lie, Charlamagne is moving like a lot more calm version of Wack when it comes to his back and forth with Akademiks. Wack's the same one. He's remember when he held the flash drive up and said, "Oh, Drake, I could press the red button. I press the red button on you, Drake. I got shit on this flash drive that you know." And then a week or two later, he clarifies, "Oh, I was just trying to warn Drake. I was trying to let him know, as a brother, as a friend, that there's information out there, and you know, be careful." And he's same verbiage used with the Big U situation. Oh, I broke the story on the unalivement that got discovered in Vegas because I was trying to warn Big U to get out of town. Charlamagne's using that same like spin tactic to try to keep his public image relatively clean, right? When it comes to this academic situation, and I think that's why Ak is so pissed. And their Cold War will eventually become an actual war. And when that happens, we'll be here to pick back up on the story.
Fine, you know what?
Well, let's see. So Chig Smooth covered 50 Cent This is more a fun topic. Chig Smooth covers 50 Cent co-signing Sauce Walker and, you know, dissing Drake and his baby mom. 50 Cent definitely is having some baby mama drama, so that makes sense. Let's get into it.
Chig just got a hit song right now, you guys. After going through issues with his baby mama the last couple of days, and these issues with his baby mama all started with Drake. His baby moms put up a phone call recording where Sauce Walker threatened to smoke Drake. Once that phone call went viral, Sauce Walker has been going off on his baby moms and Drake the last couple of days. According to Sauce Walker, he knew his baby moms was messing with Drake for 5+ years now. But because Drake sends her money and also gives her cars,
everybody went on my motherfucking response, huh? Yeah, man, this how much dough I got out the hole from OVO. Just in case you want to know, yeah, it's the kid that did, not the kid that didn't. The reason why the sauce word was written. Brand new motherfucker, make you popular. Hey, man, the man just dropped a whole new album, and every song was about me, baby. Had the whole going deep sea, baby. Yeah, man, I'm the nigga that he talking about on the song that was putting the ball on the bitch in the home that he was paying for.
This clip already. We're gonna fast
new major drama. Nigga.
Sauce Walker dropped a record called Baby Mama Drama. Go figure. And on the record, surprise, surprise, he's dissing his baby moms and took a little shot at Drake as well. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, with Father's Day coming up next week, this record is guaranteed to go platinum in a lot of households. The one household that we know is going to be spinning this record is 50 Cent's residence. 50 has also been going through his own baby mama issues lately after his baby mom's tape with...
That's what he's doing. He's tying the two together, spinning a little narrative. Like 50 Cent can appreciate the song for sure.
Diddy and also the escort got leaked.
First tape, man. There's a lot of tapes out there.
Oh my God.
There's none of that. That ain't got nothing to do with none of the parties. What you're looking at right now is separate. It feel like it's special because it's my son's mom in the actual tape. But we haven't had any intimacy for 12 years. She could be out back with a dog for all I care. To be honest with you. You know, and she's the only person that we didn't get into the documentary that I wish we did, because it would be the person that's there that wasn't a victim.
That wasn't a victim?
No. See, when you think of women, we go women empowerment and for women, but let's not forget that there's some right? No, let's just realize that that's there. That this exists. Come on, so there's people that.
Why does it feel like 50 Cent is sitting in a director's chair in front of a church congregation? What the hell? Where was this piece of content filmed at?
There, and they're looking for these things. Like they look for that. So she's just getting what she actually would. If you met at the present moment, check out the OnlyFans, man. It's up 85%. It's up 85%.
Well, let's talk
It's
about
currently
women for a
works, so
moment.
she's achieving what she's after. Trust me.
No lies told, though. We seen after that leaked video came out, she was posting videos that are kind of like how Leonard the Plug posts videos, where it's like capitalize on the moment, hop on camera and dance around happy, twerk. It was not videos of the nature of like, wow, my trauma has been brought back up, and I'm sad again. It was definitely more so like, I'm gonna now tease on these Instagram reels and TikToks so that people that seen the leaked tape start hunting for the link in the bio and or the leaks out, the other leaks. You want to see more? $10 a month or whatever the price is. So, who better than to break it down than 50 himself?
I just want to say about Jackie.
So of course, this Sauce Walker record, Baby Mama Drama, definitely resonates with him. So much so that 50 co-signed the record. He cannot get enough of it. Now today, 50 posted this video of him on his private jet listening to the record. And despite the record being out for maybe 2 days, the man knows the record damn near word for word. 50 also used this record for the entire video he just put out. Page, he said song of the summer, real players anthem, fathers, we gotta take the rap game back, wicked bitter women lie every day, we need 50 Cent on the G mix. And
that would be hard if he get 50 Cent on the remix. This is, it's funny because I guess the side theme of the day is capitalizing on the moment. It's only gonna be hot news for, if you're lucky, for 2 weeks. This is one of those. It has a longer burn cycle because of the nature of it and because of the multiple people involved in this element of the beef, right? But, the song resonating with 50 Cent makes a lot of sense. His Baby Mama Drama is part of what gave him the hatred that fueled him making the Diddy documentary. He worked very quick. He worked as fast as the devil to to get that documentary out to the public, the Surviving Diddy or whichever one it's called. Kardashian invented that play. Yeah, that's a fact. She is just following the Kardashian playbook. Just she's like 40 years old or something. She's way older than when they ran the play, but still running the play nonetheless. Like the Kardashians are the John Madden of the whole generation that we have with the social media shit. And capitalizing on tapes and things like that. I think we can get on to the next video lined up here, which we're going to pivot a little bit to some... it's interesting. I don't want to say the Apollo is no jumper universe. They're more their own universe that intersects with no... I feel like rarely intersects with no jumper itself. But since they intersect with the Fig Community world and back on Figs of the world, by way of where those entities come from, they do technically still count. It's just further out in orbit where they're kind of their own planet. And, they've had their moments. Definitely, 2 years ago or something like that when they had Adam Surprise come onto the Apollo. And, of course, they've had Lush on here detailing smoking crack in this same set right here. And they've also had Moose on right after... Was it right after 911 on Speed Dial or was it before? Can't remember. But, they're capitalizing on moments and creating some moments for sure as well.
The beginning when y'all first started out, I just listened. But then...
You understood that freak show.
That threw me off. I did not see this man... sitting all the way back here. I thought a off-screen video started playing. I'm like, what the fuck? But there is someone in the cut Interesting setup here. Way to really maximize the apartment for the content, though.
I came in and she said when she started talking, then it kind of caught my interest.
Nah, for sure.
I know that. I know
All I'm
that
saying
language.
is that you telling your
I like what
story.
John, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. And if I've missed anyone else's, here before, even though I already got into it, let me switch over to fan funding so I don't miss anything. Detractor, I shouted at you for the jewels, but shout out again. Black Polo sent 100 for 2 jewels. Thank you, Black Polo. And John Lee with the Turn It Up for 800 jewels. Thank you very much for y'all doing the fan funding options. You know, it's funny, in the live streams last week, I had it on top chat replay, even in my chat, and now I have it on live chat replay, so I can see everybody's chats now. All right, let's see the drama. So apparently in this clip, Tiny, who is this guy right here, he is a long-term, castmate and friend of why am I blanking on his fucking name? On MacWop, right? And apparently he's gonna quit in the middle of this show. And so whose dad is this? They said the title says Tiny crashes out mid-podcast on the Apollo and quits in front of MacWop, Keem, and his dad. I'm not sure if the title is saying that this guy over here is Keem's dad, the one that Dejan Paul infamously made fun of for supposedly having an addiction back in the day. But if that's Keem's dad, that adds even more lore to this situation.
Just hearing you out.
But Tiny Tiny,
saying,
he's hating.
It's about to be a funny story. We're about to go.
Keem drunk as a skunk as well. Damn, I don't think there's been a single clip where other than the house phone segment, after the beginning segment, it's been all drunks. That's been the theme of the day, huh?
And he stops it.
Taking another family to Disneyland, but he making it personal over there.
No, because y'all about to do the joke. Y'all
we was not.
We wanted to hear.
Invited.
No, I said that after you said that.
No, you said that before. You said
He
that
put in water
before.
driplets.
I said, so he could take another kid to Disneyland, but not me.
Yeah,
Bruh,
mean,
whatever the case is, my dilemma over here,
I
I don't give a
music,
fuck
so I had
about
to
what he
skip
was
ahead.
going on and what he did and jokes and all that. I'm saying my response.
Oh, my bad. Thank you for filling me in on that. Rest in peace to that man. I didn't know that Keem's dad had passed away. That makes what Dejan Paul did even uglier, honestly. I get where he was coming from when he was beefing with them. You know who it is. I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, that makes what Dejan Paul did even crazier. You're making fun of someone's deceased parent.
Is more, damn, do I talk about King Pops? Do I talk about Mac Pops? Do I talk...
Wait, let me stop you. Let me stop
Yada,
you.
what up? Welcome to the
Your pops
live.
is here as a man doing this.
Hey, let's stop. Hold up.
He gonna be gone, and he's still gonna be going when he leaves. This ain't just a today narrative. This is gonna be...
Get him. Get him.
I'm saying...
No. We're not doing that.
We are
because
not
at the end of
doing
the day, we are not doing that.
We are
Number
not.
one. Number two. Skip number one. Number two, your dad is here in the flesh, and he has no problem sharing his truth with us because he felt like he could relate to what I was communicating about. So you stop because you got...
Oh, Yada says she's in here and she's currently driving. Drive safe, Yada. Good morning.
feelings about Disney World, and he said that you wasn't. Be quiet. Stop. Let me make my point. Let me just make my point.
Your point is invalid.
No, your point don't even matter. You're mad. Your dad said you were not even born yet.
No, so what? That don't even matter. You don't even know what's going on.
And when you brought up that daddy, when you said y'all mad because my daddy here and y'all not, that was not fair.
Act when somebody have their dad.
But it was a low blow, and you tried to be manipulative because you were being manipulative by doing it. But now
that's fucked up.
So that's Tiny's dad back there in the football jersey, I guess, and they're taking it as him saying. So obviously we jumped into a middle of a clip, but it seems like at one point he said y'all don't know how to act, like conduct yourself when somebody's parent is on the podcast? Or is that just someone who I'm assuming is an old nigga? That guy doesn't look old enough to be Tiny's dad. But regardless, I don't know who this lady is yelling on, I would assume, Keem's behalf. But they're saying that it was a low blow since, there's people in the room with deceased parents. Interesting. I don't know. Tiny doesn't seem like he would send that type of a shot. But I also haven't been keeping up with Apollo for quite some time to know what the current drama is, the current beefs and whatnot.
Life compared to what
He was saying you don't know how to act.
But his dad is passed away.
No,
but I'm not even talking about
his podcast. If somebody's dad is here.
Of course we don't know how to act. It's live in effect. We're here.
Nah, facts.
We here. Why?
So this lady is just, I don't know if she's drunk or what, but she's just yelling and not even. She's drawing crazy conclusions to where now you opened up a wound, and he's always drunk, but you opened up a wound that didn't even need to be opened. Rios is back here actually following along with the conversation and, having a base level of common sense to know that he wasn't throwing shade at someone's parent being, no longer here. So apparently this ignorance, this is going to make Tiny crash out. It looks like the crash out is loading already. And, usually MacWop is all laughter and fun and games, but he made a funny hand gesture where he was kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's getting hot, but he's not having as much fun as usual. So he could sense that she kind of tripping, and he must have not been in the best mood in the first place. And if this is his dad, which I don't know if it is or not, but if his dad is currently sitting here on the podcast, why was his dad invited to the podcast? Maybe that's why he's not in the best mood. Is this like they were supposed to be hashing out some type of issue, and then she made it into a whole different issue? I don't know. But let's see the crash out. It has to be soon.
Of course we don't know how to act.
That don't excuse bad behavior.
You good.
It's no bad behavior.
Tell you, this is about Keem and Mac.
I'm on all y'all sides. All y'all are my people.
Keem and Mac, and you jumping out in front.
Because I don't like that.
Ain't got shit to do with you. It's about Keem.
Okay, what I'ma do? What's up?
They not really
Because I'm having your back, and you're taking against.
No, you talk. You don't have. You don't. It's nobody back to have. What are you talking about having somebody
I'm
back?
not either. I'm just from Cleveland, nigga. We aggressive.
Nah, for real though.
I'm not mad. I'm saying I'm having your back too. I understand everybody. Okay.
You just said I said a low joke.
No, I don't know. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm just a guest.
You just said I said a low blow joke.
I'm a guest.
And that's why I was trying to clarify.
Put it down. You had enough to drink.
He's trying to backtrack it, but he shot the joke. That's what he do.
Nah,
I'm talking about me.
Yeah, he got pressed up and shot that joke at us.
No, that's
fucked up. That's fucked up.
What kind of joke is that?
Y'all don't know how to act with my father, with somebody's father.
But you backtrack is a joke.
Y'all ain't never, man.
I
All
didn't
right,
get mad though.
All right, I'm cool. Now I feel some type of way. We could, like, I don't know
I don't
what
think
y'all.
nobody got mad.
But I feel some type of way now.
J Hood.
J Hood. I don't give a fuck about no fucking J Hood, nigga. Why you mentioning a J Hood right now? I don't. Who I'm gonna get down with?
I don't know. You mad?
Okay then. So what the fuck are you talking about getting down? What the they ain't got shit to do with nothing. So somebody want to get down because they mad? Somebody feel some type of way they want to get down?
Well,
if somebody feels some type of way, man. You want me off of Apollo? That's all you gotta fucking say.
Yeah, shout out Pops, man. Will is here, Pops.
If you want me gone, if you want me off of Apollo.
Okay, so it's confirmed. The dad is right here. That's Ace Boy Rios, formerly Ace Boy Rios, now just Rios. Unless he has a twin brother that I'm not aware of. But so the dad is just awkwardly sitting back here watching his son about to quit the pod because he feels like they're being disrespectful with his dad there. Interesting. And Keem, it's funny that he brings up the J Hood situation because he had his own version of the J Hood situation, but it happened right here in the middle of this hallway when Viral Way was on there and Mr. Viral got all up in Keem's face, was pressing Keem, and kind of sunned him a little bit, physically sunned him, like, hey man, if you want to go, we can go. And the same thing happened to Keem as well when T-Rail's little big brother, Big Deal, pulled up to the Apollo. Big Deal was sitting in this chair, Keem was in this one. And Big Deal pressed Keem as well and said, you know, I'm not going to take too much people talking about my brother. Even though I be talking about my brother, that's my brother. And if anyone got a problem with it, we could get down. And, you know, drunk Keem said, well, we can get down then. And they say that Keem, he has no problem running fades and whatnot in their past on tour. He was the tour manager for the TDE tours, certain ones and whatnot. But he has no problem running fades. What's up with tour managers? I guess that's a rap thing, huh? The tour manager, that's a requirement. You got to have some hands. Because you might have to whoop on the promoter, club owner, or a DJ at any given moment as the tour manager. Shout out to Jack 100.
Apollo, that's all you gotta fucking say. I know what your problem is.
No.
What? Get me off of Apollo.
Nah, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Stop. You got here.
Are you serious, Tiny?
Get the fuck out of here. You and your daddy, nigga.
Tiny, what the fuck?
What's up? Good. They don't want to be a part of Apollo no more. That's
Why would you be Tiny?
This
You
the moment.
are the Apollo.
Get that nigga a hug, daddy. Get that nigga a hug, daddy.
Please, Apollo.
Give your daddy a hug, son. Man. Dog.
He barely even wanted to give him a hug. So I guess Tiny and his dad are about to go ahead and lead the podcast then. Yep. They went out the door, and that's the clip. So interesting. I feel like Tiny will be back. Tiny will be back next week because he just got back into content mode finally. Even Rios, who's all about positivity, said, "Well, then get out of here," like, you know, joking. Where they're trying to get their own J Hood-esque situation for the clip or something. And I guess it worked. It had me curious enough to check it out. Now, on a more serious matter, and speaking of No Jumper Plays, the most recent series of No Jumper Plays has led to a freshly released from jail Hoover Gumby to react to some content that's taking place at No Jumper, right? And so the first stamp is actually, let me get that right, around 10:47, where I believe he's reacting to Crip Mac and 607 Unk first. You know, Gumby is cool with Unk. They do content together and whatnot. And on this one, they're doing like their Discord or Zoom type of show here. Gumby and whoever his friend is here, and he's gonna end up kind of like crashing out on Adam22 for, you know, the most recent set of plays, and for, you know, just having Crip Mac up there, of course, is gonna piss Gumby off every time. They're basically natural born enemies, you know. So let's get into that.
You know what I'm saying? He's from neighborhood. As soon as Crip Mac get back online, you know what I'm saying, first thing he do is he want to be disrespectful. Nigga, I ain't never said nothing's happened to me sexual, nigga. I don't know about you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you, fake porn star. You know what I mean? But ain't none of that shit never happened to me, bro. I don't know what this nigga got going on. I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? This is some whole bullshit with him and C-Mac, you know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is that, like I said before, you know what I mean? Like, you know, shit is real in the field, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit is really real in the field. You know what I'm saying? And if I was there, neither one of them niggas would be talking. Neither one of them. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Adam, I don't know what's your issue. You know what I'm saying? I guess you feeling safe because C-Mac is back, but you were the whole loser. He ain't never whooped no Hoover. He ain't never whooped a Hoover at all. You know what I'm saying? As far as him saying he respect me, all real niggas gonna respect Gumby, nigga.
So he's talking about how Crip Mac, you know, his hands aren't he doesn't have the best resume out there for his fade catching. He has a great resume for heart, but Gumby's mad about about Crip Mac being there and you know, talking tough and being disrespectful to his people. But, you know, Crip Mac obviously has the disrespect on his forehead, so it's to be expected. Just like this reaction from Gumby is to be expected.
Hoop, because I'm gonna take my respect. I ain't gonna ask for it. I'm gonna take it, nigga. On hoop. I don't know what the fuck these niggas got going on, bro. But I do want to salute.
Oh yeah, and I think previously in this video, Crip Mac, you know, mentioned Gumby and said something of a sexual nature, which, you know, Gumby has those allegations that they put on him, those jailhouse allegations of some Fleece Johnson type of activities, or he was a victim of a Fleece type of something. I don't know. I don't remember the exact rumors. I don't want to put that on anybody and none of that. I don't get into the prison politics side of YouTube, obviously. But yeah, so the reason why I wanted to show this was that he was already mad about, you know, Crip Mac. He's in there laughing about some joke he just said about Gumby or about, you know, Gumby's community in general. And so that already had him triggered and mad. And then they talk, and then they eventually get to let me find the Spody Face timestamp. Or maybe there's one before the Spody. Let's go to 13 minutes. And go like right here. Well, actually, I think he says a crazy word. Oh, why did that jump a whole minute? Hold on. Sorry. Let's just do it like that. 13:51. I think they introduced the Spody Face aspect of it because here it goes from Gumby snapping about Crip Mac to then saying if he goes up to No Jumper again and they run a play on him like how they did with the Spody J Hood situation, where it seems like, you know, Wack had an agent of chaos planted into the Tuesday show to, you know, ruffle some feathers at the very least. Gumby says that, you know, when he's up there, he's always strapped, and so is everybody with him. So if they play with him like that, it's gonna be something else other than a fade.
You know what I'm saying? He always been like half-assed, you know, fair with a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He pay a nigga the whole little shit. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, I'm just sitting here like, man, what the fuck is you doing? It says C-Mac gonna get y'all ass whooped over there. You know what I'm saying? It seems like No Jumper ain't got nothing back. Bro, this motherfucker is the shittiest podcast ever, bro. That's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
You know, but it is what it is, though. Hoop, though.
All right, man. We're going to get into something else you spoke on.
YouTube. What's going on, all my good people, all my good subs, man. If you haven't already like, comment, subscribe to the page, been through some research, do so right now. My phone being going up and all that. Actually, to, you know what I'm saying, the hate or the fake blogs and the fake posters and all that, you know. To be honest, like I said, I'm strategic with everything I do. You know, all the haters, they gonna come out, man. When they believe something, they gonna pile on it, they gonna pile on it, they gonna pile on it, they gonna pile up. So I'm just being patient, sitting back, wait. You know what I'm saying? For everybody to roll with the false narratives, like, oh, I knew that was true, or that's this, such and such this, and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely showed me a lot of my haters, but it also, you know what I'm saying, showed me a lot of my supporters. To everybody who called me and reached out to me, make sure I was straight.
Yeah, I see you in the chat saying that I should transition to calling out all the ridiculous content creators out there. I'm all for that. I was starting to do that when I started covering, you know, the kick streamers more. I do still want to roll out a show that's more based on covering streamers and whatnot. Or maybe it would just be a segment on this show and on the Wednesday show. But I totally agree. There's a lot of ridiculousness going on out here on the internet, a lot of foolishness. I don't want to be confined to just the No Jumper universe, even though that is foundation of the channel still. And you know, we always got to spin back around to the No Jumper universe, but we don't have to be confined to the No Jumper universe by any means. I 100% agree with that.
Rating all night. Even though I'm Superman, man, I appreciate that love. That love goes a lot of way. You've been a long way. And shout out to my haters, man, for exposing themselves. Man, we gonna get right into it though. So the thing with me and J Hood, I don't know why, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't just flat out came out, you know what I'm saying, and cleared it up. But J Hood never put his hands on me, bro. Never put his hands on me one time. You know, the things that this rat no honey, you know what I'm saying, is spreading around, and everybody, you know what I'm saying, continue to repost it and all this, man, you know, it's absolutely false. Absolutely false. So, you know, again, like I said, this dude never put his hands on, not one time. Never one time. Cody neighborhood Crip, never nigga on my kids. Nigga, if I'm lying, God can take all my kids right now. This dude.
Well, all right. We you know, we have to take everything Spotify says with a grain of salt. But he put it on two things that are very near and dear to his heart. So I'm inclined to believe that maybe that they didn't fight. You know, the lumped up rumor on J Hood's forehead, it has its own excuse or whatever. They're saying that that's just how his head is shaped. Spody face, you know, he looks how he looks. And there was no clear sign of a fight other than Spody face coming in and not putting his glasses back on for the entire podcast. And then a day or two later on his own platform, he pulls out his old man reading glasses of fake Ray-Bans and says, I got my glasses right here. Now, when it comes to that, I'm pretty sure you can get a same-day repair or a 24-hour repair at Lens Crafters for like $50 or something, right? I haven't been to Lens Crafters in a minute, but I think they have a service like that. We could probably pull it up on the website if we really cared. But if the glasses did get broken for whatever reason, Spody Face took enough time to clarify that to where they could have been repaired, and maybe they actually did squabble. But remember when they first came back in the room, one, they made the bystanders leave. Nathan, I think, you know, one of the behind the scenes guys in Lush, tried to follow them down the alley, and they said, no, go back in there, you know, go away. No witnesses. So if they did fight, they then came back into the studio and said, you know, it's Crip business, which means they're not going to talk about it. It's not content. What is content is eventually Spody Face in one of these, you know, car live streams or videos he does, he said he would like to box J Hood, you know, in front of everybody for some money. And, you know, both of them will get paid from it. You get another King Pill type of boxing situation. And I'm not going to lie, I'd damn near rather see that fight over the Doughboy fight. It would actually be hilarious. It's not like Doughboy is training or changing his life for the fight anyways. But it would be hilarious if Doughboy got replaced on the fight card without any reason other than people being more interested in seeing J Hood versus Spody Face. I'm just saying.
Who never put his hands on me not one time. Come on, bro. Everybody who know me know me. A person put their hands on me and I don't do anything back. Like, how does that sound? Like, how does that sound? Like, on some real stuff. Like, dude put his hands on me and I don't do anything back. Like, come on, bro. And to be fair, I'm going to be the real nigga, bro. I'm going to be the real nigga. I'm going to clear the air as well. People talk about he got knocks on his head and all that. If you don't want to keep it real, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I holler at that dude already. Like, I'm going to keep it real, bro. I never touched dude either. You feel me? When we went outside, you know what I'm saying? We definitely had a heated discussion, you know what I'm saying? And you know, some things transpired, but
That could all be true. We're going to fast forward a little bit because, you know, whatever. The J Hood's word and Spody Face's word means nothing in this situation because they already, you know, once they returned, they said they're not going to talk about it. And they're both being consistent on not talking about it. I predicted correctly that Jack 100 would talk about it, and he did. And he had his whole own story about it. And, you know, according to him, he had a drone in the sky flying over recording the fight. You know, damn near. He might as well say that that's the case. But this is the last timestamp here. that I have on this Gumby. He's gonna snap on Adam once the Sporty Face video is done, basically.
Serious, because these dudes is from 2 different gangs, bro. I'm not sure about.
Before you go any further, I want to say this. On what you just said, you really don't know what direction they going. To be honest, I don't think they have a direction. So
Me
when you
either.
don't have a direction, you got to freestyle. Put a whole bunch of shit in the bot and get to whipping.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy because see, they whipping people lives, bro. You know what I'm saying? Both of these dudes got reputations. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the dude J Hood. I'm not sure about him. I don't know nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, I know that they both from different gangs. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they get along. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you know what I'm saying, Adam is giving way. You know what I'm saying? He's facilitating, like I said before, he's facilitating the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like literally, like, you know, he's not gonna be satisfied to somebody get hurt up there for real. I know you pull some shit like that on me, nigga. I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker up on Hoover though. I guarantee it. Every time I come to that bitch, nigga, we all got guns. Everybody on Hoover, because that's the environment he let go on in his studio. You know what I'm saying? There's no security guards, none of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So if a motherfucker go up there without a blower, you stupid as fuck.
Well, ain't that a shame? You know, it has been long nicknamed or whatever as a gang hangout by many people in the YouTube community. So that's just consistent with that, you know. It's like a hot spot, if you will. It being detailed as you're stupid if you go there without a gun. That's a bad look for a business. And, you know, but the majority of the business is people that are in the streets to some capacity. So they don't really mind that. They're going to have that on them regardless of if they're at no jumper or not. They're just saying it's not a good idea to leave it in the car is what it sounded like.
Real tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, this ain't no games. Motherfuckers out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers is not, they're not even looking for street credibility anymore. They're looking for internet credibility. You know what I'm saying? And the internet is fake. A motherfucker that's a nobody can get on here and say something that everybody resonate to. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, he's an internet sensation. All of a sudden, he's somebody on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And he's really nobody in the street.
And see, that's the major problem.
No, yeah, when it comes to the police presence in the area where No Jumper is located, the that police department doesn't really have much else to do other than protect the damn, you know, studios. It's all a bunch of like film studios and equipment warehouses and shit. So like they're there to protect those businesses and protect the property value. That's one of the most expensive cities in Los Angeles County to live in because it's so close to all the industry shit. It's only like a 20-minute drive if traffic's decent away from Hollywood, 20 minutes, 45 if you know, traffic is shit. But that's one of the better communities in all of Southern California. So, oh yeah, and you know, just it being a film industry hub is not really made or designed for the type of activities that No Jumper occasionally brings to the community. So even without all the recent occurrences, the police and the locals don't necessarily want No Jumper there, you know? They're not happy about them being there. They'd probably be happy if they could sell the building and leave to a different community. But that's the sticker price on those types of buildings. It takes a while to find a buyer, especially with the modifications that are there. I see someone says that we're almost at 100 likes. Let's get those likes up before we get up out of here, because now we're getting into the bonus clips. We got a 4-minute video of Cam Newton, and he's probably wearing a strange hat like usual. But he's gonna speak on Larsa Pippen and LiAngelo Ball apparently dating now. This one was more of a headline grab. I don't really care what Cam Newton has to say in this situation. It's more so for the news to be presented real quick, because I had no clue about this. I'm not tapped into the sports people's dating world like that. But I do know LiAngelo Ball, he's like damn near an absent father or something like that, right? Interesting random development. I feel like this one was more on theme with the overall theme of like the whole Lena the Plug and Adam22 fake divorce. If they were to divorce, I do feel like she would move similar to how Larsa Pippen moves, which it's also crazy. She still uses Scottie Pippen's last name, probably because, you know, that's going to ring more in the headlines and shit. So Scottie Pippen, his ex-wife is now she's going to be a lifelong clout chasing off of his name. Despite them not being together, I think Scottie probably hates her. She puts the kids in a weird scenarios, like dating their teammates and things like that. So this is just an all-around terrible human being to be associated with. And on the topic of Father's Day and baby mama drama, Scottie Pippen's probably rocking with that Sauce Walka song as well. They might need to have Scottie, don't put him on the song, but if they do a music video with 50 Cent, maybe have Scottie pop up in the music video real quick, because he can definitely relate to this shit.
Rumor has it that Larsa Pippen is now dating LiAngelo Ball. She's 51, he's 27. Is it a problem with this? But we know that she has a rap sheet that has been in the media. The men she dated in the past.
Hello?
Kicking off with Scottie Too Hottie Pippen, all right? She was married to Scottie Pippen. But it was alleged, okay, that she has some dealings with Future to lead to their divorce, okay? And
well, the Future allegations supposedly brought about the classic line, I just effed yo bitch in some Gucci flip-flops. Yeah. So shout out to her for that song, because that's an all-time great Future song. Got to be top 5, right?
even with that, it's been alleged that her son has came out and spoke out about that he was growing up, he was getting picked on by kids.
Stop it right there, Peggy, before we go to anything else. I would like to thank Larsa, because rumor has it also she is the reason why the anthem for a lot of us toxic individuals was created. I just smashed your chick and some Gucci.
Oh, no, she not answering.
Shout out to the gifted membership. I guess, does that mean we hit the did we hit the 100 likes? We must have got to, okay, cool. Shout out to all y'all for the 100 likes and the gifted membership. We're probably not gonna get to 150 likes today. And I do really want to gift the memberships anyways, but I'm not going to, only because on maybe sometime later on this week, or maybe if we do hit 150 before the stream's over, then I'll gift it. But I only have one more gifted. I'll do game 3 predictions at the end. Game 3. I only have one more gifted membership to give out for the month of June, so I do want to make sure we actually hit the goal before I do that. Shout out to Mister with the thumbs up for 10 jewels. Thank you. But yeah, Ma Quick, he's paid his dues. He's not a plant or nothing, right? He has been asking for the 100 likes. But I thought, wasn't Quick arguing about possibly being a plant? If the chat vouches for Quick to be a mod, then we'll do that. You be in Donnie's lives also, bet. Shout out to Yada. Thank you, Yada. She throwing the bag on y'all. But yeah, chat, let me know if Quick should get mod today, or if he has to come back on Wednesday and get cracking for bro again.
Versions to the Gucci flip flop.
Am I tripping? Yes, that song is about her.
Thought it was a draw.
Goodness. Chick, I'm gonna chew the dirty over you.
I ain't scared to
Larsa,
lose.
thank you, sister. Not all heroes wear capes. I needed that. That got me so much through life at such a downtime. It prompted me to be even more toxic.
I mean, you knew what it was gonna be. The intro was so long, just getting
This
to the
nigga weird, I ain't gonna lie.
And
Slim Skeeter wants a mod spot. I feel like I've seen your name in here a couple lives. Cam Newton's very strange, and it's really disappointing that he acts like this and whatnot, because this is one of my favorite college football players of all time. Like, literally, bro, is one of my favorite college football players of all time, and look at him.
I mean, you knew what it was gonna be. The intro was so long, just getting to the
dirty sodas, Mike.
Hey, your mama, Future.
Holding
Give
all
it
zesty.
music.
What is he holding?
Tell me,
A
hey.
cigar?
Hey, your mama, Future.
Dumping him. Give it wet.
Why is he holding a cigar like that? This must be an Atlanta thing, right? The home of the DL. Shout out to the Atlanta dudes that aren't like that. But you guys know. You guys know. Niggas like this give Atlanta a bad rap. It gives y'all city a bad rap. He's moving like he's trying to get cast in a Tyler Perry special.
Edges, giving him wet willies.
He doing that.
Huh?
So then at the Future, man, it was
Matter
allegedly.
of fact, speaking of zesty or zesty passing type of individuals, it's Monday, so technically it's Doughboy Day at No Jumper. Unfortunately, Doughboy, you should just apply to go and work with Cam. You guys can be butt buddies on the side. And, well, I don't think Doughboy gives a damn about sports, but, you know, he'll do it. He'll do anything Russell Simmons told him to do, so he'll probably learn about sports to assist Cam Newton on and off the camera. Pregnancy performing, I'll say, yeah, that is diabolical. That is very diabolical. I know what you guys are alluding to, because that was a whole thing, right?
Like Tristan Thompson, then his teammate Malik Beasley. Yeah. It's like, bro, come on. All right, have my son teammate.
All right, they ain't saying shit that we didn't say in the first 30 seconds. But so Larsa Pippen, like I said, this is if the divorce would have been true, we would have been seeing Leonard the Plug moving very similar to this, I think. Especially with how this one got this live stream started with that story where you know, okay, I don't know what Buddy got going on in the crack smoking video. Is it just GTA footage? And he's just gonna be talking about smoking crack? Okay, so we're not gonna watch the Goblin video. Maybe I'll save that for a different stream. I need to screen this one first. I don't know what he got going on. But yeah. Larsa Pippen, Leonard the Plug type of individuals, it's publicly embarrassing. Now, they say that they're going to calm down when their kid is of a certain age and whatnot. They're going to retire from doing these things. The footprint is still the footprint. Classmates, as you heard, Larsa Pippen, her kids have been bullied, made fun of because of her influence on Future and on culture in general. But it's just a disgusting way to move. And, you know, this accidentally became part drama stream, part bitter baby dad stream with the Sauce Walker and friends angle to it. But yeah, Gush is in here. Shout out to Gush. But yeah, we're not gonna watch this Goblin video because it's him talking over GTA 5 footage, and I don't know what exactly to expect. I did want to hear about his experience with smoking crack, but you know, again, we'll save that for a different time. Here, I'm gonna bring the load screen back in, but on mute. Let's see. There we go. All right, so we're gonna close it out now. For people that would like to be modded. I know Quick said they would like it, but I'm confused. There was a lot of arguing going on the first half of the stream involving Quick. So we're gonna wait until a couple more lives. Quick, you got to get cracking for bro and come back, and prove some loyalty. Because usually, everybody, it seems like, everyone who asks for mod just gets it. But everyone that I've given mod, what the fuck? Everyone who I've given mod to, I've seen them on the comments for a long time. I've seen them in the premiere chat when the videos were still premiering. So that's a live chat. It's a loyalty based thing. And we do have a lot of mods that are on late at night. I don't see Gush in the chat, but I haven't muted him or anything like that. But you guys are mentioning Gush. Gush is cool. He be gifting shit and all that. Oh, okay. Quick is a no jumper mod, so some of you have beef with him being a no jumper mod. Is he a Reddit mod or what's the deal? You guys have beef from Reddit? I have to run it back. I got you just cause Wednesday I'll be there. Bet. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's no hard feelings. I gotta we gotta reward loyalty with the mod situation and stuff. Yada was the first mod and the only what is it, non-standard, like the one that's above standard. I think she's a managing mod, and that's because she was like the original, like, so, like, always in every comment section, in every premiere stream comment section for the most part. The consistency and loyalty is there. And Yada has a lot of experience modding with a lot of YouTubers that I enjoy watching myself, So yeah, I have no problem with you being I'll take a wrench, no Diddy. I have no problem with people being no jumper mods and being, my mod as well. We'll get that consistency over time. This is the second version of the Monday stream. Last week I streamed more than I had planned. I thought I was just gonna do twice a week, but while trying to also stream around the NBA Finals, we've had that as well. So yeah, we've had night streams and all that shit. How are you shit, cuh? Fuck, cuh. What are you talking about? Are you quoting AB, Henry? No, yeah, y'all is amazing to have in the community. I agree with that. I fuck with Yada as well. No, yeah, for sure. Everyone's good peoples. Anyone who wants mod, keep on being consistent and keep asking. There's nothing wrong with being persistent. Ask me every live stream, engage in the chat, encourage people to run up the likes and whatnot. And it really helps when the mods do that, because people don't always want to hear that in the content, but having that reminder does make a difference. I know there's countless times where I've subscribed, liked on people's shit because of that fifth reminder or whatever. Maybe they were doing something before during the stream, but then they see it in the chat or hear it be read out, and then that's the one that's like, oh shit, yeah, I don't even peep that I didn't like the video I meant to. It's easy to forget to do that. So trying to catch up on some chats real quick. Let me see. Fan funding. I'm still new to this. I gotta remember to go and check. I think I shouted these out in real time, but quick shout out, sent the gifted membership. I do appreciate that. And Yada shout out with the 5 memberships. So that's all we got for fan funding. We're near the 3-hour mark, which is crazy. I really thought this would be a 2-hour live stream. Well, yeah, we're yapping now. The show is over, so yep. Now we're just yapping. I am gonna close it out here though. Yeah, facts. W stream. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, even the couple haters that trickled in at the beginning there. If you're a hater, run up the engagement. Don't just hate in silence. Go ahead and type, so I can clap back, and so the chat can clap back at you as well. because, you know, you have the right to your opinion and we have the right to clap back. Pause. But anyways, with that said, thank you for watching, y'all. See you on the next one. Peace. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm glad it asked you. Game 3 predictions. So now I have to say Spurs in 7 because gosh dang. That game 2, I said it like at some point in the third quarter, I said, okay, the Spurs are doing the thing where they're gonna, you know, do a late push and whatnot. And they did. But then I said if they lose, Dub Stream, shout out to brother Jumbie, the legend, the legendary War Chief Jumbie in the chat. I appreciate the super chat, brother. I said if the Spurs lose game 2, it is bad. That's one of those morale breaking losses, and then they sure enough lost. We've seen a handful of times teams come back from 0-2. This Spurs team, I think, is talented enough to do it, but the person with the most talent and the most God-gifted abilities, if there's ever been a case of God-gifted abilities, it's LeBron James and Wemby, all right? And Wemby got more God-given abilities than anybody. To be that fleet of foot at that height, that's all you need. To add dribbling and shooting and shit, come on now. So, yeah, you saying Wemby Jordan coming in the chat? I hope so. I think that's what they need just to have a fighting chance. Jalen Brunson understands that even from his high school and college days, when the point guard has to score versus trying to get others to score. When you done distributed the ball to everybody and you figured out, okay, Josh Hart, he's not hitting today. Mikel's tripping today. He's only going to get 12 points. OG Anunoby, he's hit or miss. You know, he's reliable in the corner, but that's more so to keep the defense honest. You're not ever really relying on OG Anunoby to get 40 points or something for y'all to win. Brunson knows when to attack. Wemby, it's easy for a center to get caught up in not attacking. So, yeah, a lot of people are saying it's going to be a sweep and whatnot. I think with everyone piling on the Knicks got this is over, I think at the worst it'd be a gentleman's sweep, but who knows? It could be a sweep. And this is the type of series that you see sweeps like this happen where every game is a close game, but the Knicks find a way to close out the game every time. I've seen sweeps like that happen, or at least the gentleman one. But I'm still going with, you know, my original pick. I think it's going to be Spurs in 7. You know, everybody loves a good game 7. And, well, who's the home court advantage? Would the Spurs be the home court team in a game 7, or would it be, what's it called as game 7 at the Knicks? If it's game 7 at the Garden, they don't get better than that. Shout out to Quick. Quick might be, now I'm just joking. Don't get on Quick's head even more. They went through enough today. But Quick might be Dragonite Crip. Because this is how Dragonite Crip got mod at No Jumper. They just kept being the top gifter. And then eventually they DM'd Adam, I think, allegedly. And said, hey, I'm actually Grand Chat Wizard. Would you like me to mod? You guys don't really have any mods in the No Jumper chat. I have a lot of experience through axe shit. And then there you go. So shout out to Quick doing the Grand Wizard method. It's really funny. Like, mod drama becoming a headline is crazy. I wonder if they'll talk about that on the No Jumper News at all today. Guess we'll have to tune in and see. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Fiocino. Shout out to you. You've been consistently, commenting and whatnot, sending love. I appreciate the kind words and whatnot, and I'm glad that I keep you entertained, brother. And see, that's a mod. You're one of the mods from the night stream, huh? From that infamous night where I just started modding up everybody. Grand Wizard and Grand Mason. That would be a crazy plot twist. What if What if Adam had a whole fake identity, a bunch of fake pictures of this Australian Vietnamese man, but really the Grand Wizard is the Grand Mason? That's two crazy names. Having the last name Grand anything, and that's actually Adam's actual last name, is wild. Like when I first seen the Big Chat Small World video that showed that and called that out, I was tripping. Damn, were you suspicious of me at first? Not really, Yada. I think because I watch a lot of Trap News Network, especially before I really started posting on YouTube. So I think I had seen your account there and stuff as well. And I was like, oh, like I've seen this account. I wasn't that suspicious of you, no. Quick doesn't have a profile photo of any sort, not even like a troll one like Mr. has Adam with makeup on or something like that. So it's like, all right, like I don't know. When it's just the letter as the profile, it'd be throwing me off. It's crazy all the allegations I get put on me for being a normal chat person. No. I'm just joking. I'm not actually putting allegations on you. That's what I said before I even said it. I'm just playing around. You know, just spinning back to the Grand Wizard thing. Grandy was Adam's poker name recently. Maybe Grand Wizards out here just tricking on their favorite creators too. I know that's a thing in the Kick universe. There's like random Saudi Arabians and shit that they just really find a liking to creators that are even smaller, lesser known names, and they end up tricking out a lot on certain streamers and shit. What's a DNC? It's funny how I have suspicions over a faceless chatter, but I am a faceless chatter technically as well. We're all kind of faceless, aren't we? So I mean, I don't have that much suspicions. It's just I gotta see. I gotta, you know, maybe it's just because the name Quick doesn't last in my memory as much as some of these other names. Quick probably been here a long time. They're a member and shit, and they got a blue star. I don't know what the blue star means, but they got a blue star next to them. So I think they've re-upped their membership a couple times and shit. So it doesn't mean that Quick doesn't deserve mod. I just have to have it resonate a little longer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, mod drama is becoming a topic. It's crazy, but it's because they're tying Dragonite Crip / Grand Chat Wizard into a possible legal situation that involves Akademiks versus Rock Nation. So that's why it's becoming what it's becoming, you know. Henry is Jaleese burner account. I did background. That's crazy. Shout out to Jaleese. What I'm not gonna cover as far as putting the visuals on the screen, but did you guys see that Jaleese did a sit down interview with her like 9 or 10-year-old daughter over the weekend, I believe. And I don't know how I feel about that. You know, that's her kid, so if she wants her kid to have a child actor like thing with the podcast world, where it's like, oh yeah, I've been doing podcasts since I was 9 years old. Like that is a thing. I myself as a 9-year-old actually, unironically, I did go around and do acting auditions and stuff like that when I was a kid. But yeah, she did an interview with her daughter. And yeah, my acting career ended about a year into it after doing some auditions. I was actually pretty good at it though. I was supposed to have a Spy Kids 2 audition or one of some Spy Kids shit like that. And then Everybody Hates Chris thing that ended up never getting. It was like supposed to be a Everybody Hates Chris sequel. But that ended up never getting into the works. But I had a little agent and shit for about a year. But I was academically ineligible for most of the school year. I was that kid that would catch up on all the work at the end of the semester. So the acting shit, that wasn't gonna fly for them. They're more strict because you damn near got to be homeschooled to really be like a child actor, because you're doing homework on set and all types of stuff. But for sports and stuff, I always knew when to get in my makeup work and all that shit. What do this of that new Bison saying people should collab with him and he showed them game obvious for a piece. Oh, what do I think of the Bison having people collab with them in exchange for supposed industry knowledge? I would say that the Bison collabs are not working. They're not working very well. You know, Back on Fig and the Poetic Bison page collab on that Rap News Media thing, and combined, they're over 1 million subscribers, all supposedly pushing this content in front of 1 million plus people, and they're getting Just Clips numbers, which, you know, I don't have a reach of 1 million people or more per upload. So that's a sign that that's not good content for the Bison to be doing, and that people do not want to see him or hear him in a podcast setting. What? Promoting himself to do collabs and learn YouTube stuff from him. Oh, like what Point and Shoot, the buy my ebook scam that Point and Shoot did the video on? What do I think about that? I think if you buy a course from the Bison back, then you're tripping. That's what I think about that. I would never buy anything from the Bison back, because as a chunky, no, I wasn't chunky though. I wasn't chunky. 9 years old, I had a 6-pack damn near for most of my like elementary school years. I got I got chunkier in high school because I was on the defensive line in high school playing football. But then I started running every day of my senior year and got down to like 165 through running 2.5 miles a day. I also did shot put at the time that I was doing that. So that was like the correction to the football weight at the end of the playing days. It's crazy how Bison will do 50K plus views on average, and when he collabs with BOF, they only get 20K. Yeah, 20K at best, mind you. Like that whole course thing. It's like, what are you really gonna learn from him? You can just learn everything from just watching his actual channel. He's basically like a tabloid of some sort, and I think the main thing to learn is to just like scour through what he follows on social media. If you want to make a Poetic Bison type of Instagram media page and a Bison YouTube type of channel, you just scour through what he follows on social media, because I'm pretty sure he gets most of his leads through that, and maybe he has ChatGPT set up in a way to notify him of when, you know, like he just has notifications on people. Like, let's just say DDG throws a bottle of water at Adrian Broner on stream, just for an example. I think he might have it to where ChatGPT notifies him of that Twitter activity, and then he goes and gets the clip from the stream itself instead of just like from Twitter clips, and he pieces together his narrative. I think he does something like that. However he does it, he keeps a very good thumb on the pulse of, you know, all these different things that happen online. So I don't think you need to pay for that. You just have to tailor your algorithm to where you don't miss a beat on anything as well. And once you tailor your algorithms for that, then you can easily go and find the stories you find the most interesting, or the ones you think your audience is going to care the most about, and, you know, just rush to be first. Do minimal, if any, editing at all, and rush to be the first to talk about it, and, you know, just keep on running it that way. It's like a TMZ mixed with, you know, just the modern day YouTube landscape. The Bison's not even the originator of his style by any means. Like, if you think about it, Jamari is that, but he just doesn't post every day. And even he's not the originator. Like, that style goes back so far. There's so many YouTube channels that have had success there's channels with 1 million subscribers that none of us in the chat have ever heard of. But yeah, really is just keeping your finger on the pulse and then being quick to get the video published. So yeah. Yeah, and that's his character. He has the character of virtue signaling, that's for sure. So pick a character if you want to replicate it exactly, pick a character that gets people to click on things. So even if it's you being outlandish to some degree, it's gonna do it. I prefer to not play a character, even though I just told you guys I have acting chops. I could play a character if I wanted to, but I feel like that would be difficult. And like I think the Bison's character comes from his true beliefs, so it's not difficult for him to hop up there and be like, "Oh, I hate gang members," blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm not worried about giving him too much. If people want to put, it's still a lot of work, you know. I have my criticism of the guy, but it still takes a lot of work to do that, which is why he praised Adam so much while he was at No Jumper. In those rants where he praises Adam, he's on his knees sucking it because he's like, man, Adam22 changed my life. Him being paid to make content enough, being paid a livable wage to make content allowed him to quit working his various jobs at the call centers and all that shit. He was allowed to finally quit doing that and focus on being a full-time content creator. Once you get to the point where content is paying for the content enough for you to have a roof over your head and pay all your bills, then you can elevate to where you're posting 3-4 videos a day and things like that without any delay, without missing a beat. He's so thankful that Adam gave him the freedom to be able to sit at his computer for hours on end and do that, because he only has to show up to work once or twice a week for 2 hours. Remember he was cutting off the Thursday show right at the 2-hour mark on the dot every time. It was like the ongoing joke, like, oh, his DoorDash is 5 minutes away, so he's got to go home now. Don't. Shout out to that. But he's eating high, the hog off Americans, and wasn't even born in USA, acting like his people went through it. No, General Butt Naked is his people. That's a fact. Maybe next Black History Month we'll watch a bunch of documentaries about Liberia to better understand them more. But it's weird because he came here at like 2 to 4 years old, somewhere around there. They don't be having birth certificates and shit. That's a whole nother. Should we open that can of worms again one day? About how just growing up in the sports environment, all of a sudden the local rival basketball team getting 7 foot tall people from somewhere in Africa to just all of a sudden transfer into the school and play center at the high school level, and they just found this person in the Congo or some shit. And they don't have a birth certificate, so people are like, oh, this motherfucker is actually 22 years old, 23 years old, playing high school basketball. But they said that they're 16. Like shit like that happens. Look up Manute Bol, remember him? The center that was supposed to be like Wemby before Wemby? His dad was rumored to be like a 30-something-year-old rookie because no birth certificate, and he came from some African country and played college ball for like a year or some shit and whatever, but he immigrated over basically to be a professional basketball player, and no one knew how old bro was, not even himself. So to speculate on an African immigrant's age isn't as crazy as the person would want you to believe that it is. It's really not. If you know, you know. If you are culturally diverse enough, and have ran into some African immigrants, you know that the age can sometimes be in question. Or even if you didn't. Like I just gave you a famous example, a famous NBA player example, where that was the case with him, where it's like, oh no, this motherfucker's a 35-year-old rookie. But yeah. Serious case we need to open. I guess it remains open forever until it's solved, right? But yeah, I got to get to some other work now on the topic of freedom. I'm not quite at the point where I can create content all day, every day, which wouldn't, hey, that's obviously the goal. But until then, we got to keep our head down and keep grinding. Keep grinding. One day we're going to shine together, rise together, or something, whatever they were saying in the New York ass songs, dramatic ass intro. I think I might be misquoting a Diddy song, actually, so excuse me. But anyways, thank you for watching, y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Spurs in 7 at this point, even though I'm probably wrong. So don't. If you've been using my speculation and you've been betting, my bad. You've been losing money just like me. But that's why we don't give gambling advice. Anyways, peace and love. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. See y'all on the next one. Peace.